We are back with episode 21 of the Quarantine Cast here on Beyond the Brick. I'm Joshua Hanlon, and today we've got a great big city set to build for you. So let's dive on in with more building and chatting. Joining me, as always, is Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien, popping up from behind the city set there to bring all of you wonderful people more building and commentary. And as always, in the screen below us, you see Kirk Wilson, Vision Brick. It looks like he's got a little bit of Mario stuff, and who knows what else he might have in store for us on stream today. So I'm glad you guys could join us again. We had to take last week off for me to go out into nature and experience what that was like, because that hasn't been happening a lot recently. So it's good to get out and, just forget about some technology, the internet for a little bit while I'm out trying to survive against the bugs. That's basically
I wish I knew what that felt like, to forget about technology for a little while. I feel like at this point I got the microchip in my brain, and it's just like there's always something going on.
It is very difficult. I tried to take it a little easier, but not having very bad to no data internet connection helps as well when you're out in the middle of the woods out there. So that's always nice. You got the dunk in there, Brian?
What else would I have? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Where's the sponsorship? Come on, people.
Still hasn't happened yet. We're gonna keep plugging them though. One day.
Hey, free advertisement. Why not? It's fine.
So Lego sent both me and Brian the big new Lego City main square set. Let's see if I can. It's hard. I guess Brian shot it. Shows it a little easier. There we go. Yes. So this set is actually based on the Lego City Adventures animated series. It's on Nickelodeon, apparently. So these buildings, the minifigs, the scenes, everything is from the show. And so that's kind of what the set is based around. I looked up on Brickset. This is the second largest Lego City set ever made. So the City Square set, from what year did this come out? I'm trying to find the year. I don't see it now. Whenever the City Square set came out, that's the biggest Lego City set ever, but this is the second biggest one. They're both kind of just conglomerations of different buildings and vehicles all put together. So that's interesting. Those are kind of the biggest city sets Lego has made.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff, but it's good stuff to add to a layout. And I know a lot of people were excited about that yellow thing in the top right-hand corner. It's not a monorail, Bricks are. Sorry. It's not. It's just a yellow tram thing. So keep
tram thing.
We'll figure it out, because I think every single one of these builds has its own instruction manual, so you could technically start with whatever you wanted to and do it that way. That's typically how city sets work. So I'm excited to dive in and see what the building experience is like.
That's very true. And as a proud Hoosier, I'm very excited for Mayor Fleck, Corncob Mayor. As a resident of Indiana, you always got to give Corn the shout out there. So yes. that will be a fun little minifigure. And speaking of shout outs, shout out to everyone in the chat right now who's watching us live. We're at almost 700 live viewers total right now between Facebook and
700.
YouTube. That's very good for us.
Hey, are these people expecting to be entertained? They're going to be sorely disappointed.
we actually just went over. We're at 725 now. So more people apparently wanting to see this set. Brian, you better not disappoint here.
Oh, I never disappoint. Do I, chat? Never.
We'll let Kirk answer that one.
There have been
Kirk, am I disappointing? Tell me.
There have been some times.
Okay. Love you too.
No, I'm kidding. No, there hasn't been a stream like that yet.
Yeah.
So is Mario your goal for today, Kurt?
That is basically the goal. I could have done something a bit more interesting on today's stream besides this, but I can't for certain reasons.
He's saying I could have given you better content, but I'm not gonna.
I mean, I could have worked on my IKEA project I was able to announce the other day, but I don't want to do that on stream.
Hey, we'll dive into your fancy IKEA project in a little while. We got a lot of stuff to go over.
Okay? We just got 800 live viewers. Wow, this is definitely the most live viewers we've ever had on a stream at once.
Hey, just pretend that everything's normal, and that way you can't disappoint people. It's fine.
Oh God.
There you go. So this is a ton of pieces. If we pull up the build cam here for me, you can see them all laid out here. So it's only like 1,500 pieces, so it's not actually like a massive piece count, but it seems like a lot as it's all laid on the table here. So now I've got to figure out where to start. This always takes me a while. I'll mute myself briefly here.
A great philosophical life question. Where do you start? Where do you end? What's the journey like along the way? Do we ever really know? I don't know. So there's been a lot of things that have unfolded in the past 2 weeks that Joshua decided to stare at trees for a little while. I have gotten a few things from Lego to build, and this was one of them. It was basically an embarrassment of riches, things just showing up at my door from Lego, and I'm like, Joshua, what are you sending me? And he's like, oh, I don't know. And it just disappeared. Diagon Alley appeared. Harry Potter figures appeared, one thing after another. So this is one thing. And I also have the pieces for Nick Brick's NES Zapper that I wanted to build on stream. That probably will not happen today because of how big this is. But I have those pieces. And I also have something from Brick and Nick that I want to show off eventually. So
I thought I noticed that on the shelf back there.
Yeah. You want me to show it off now?
Sure. Why not? You know, we've been talking a lot about it on past streams. So for people who have seen it, they can see the finished product.
So I put a video out on my channel showcasing the unboxing, but this is the Paper Mario build that I had commissioned from Brick and Nick right here. So this is from Chapter 3 of my favorite game of all time, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, where Mario and his newly acquired partner Yoshi face off against a gauntlet of enemies in the Glitz Pit. This is against Rock Hawk, the leader of the Glitz Pit arena. And it's just a scene from that. It looks beautiful. And he did an excellent job building it over at twitch.tv/brickandnick. So if you want to see custom builds and whatnot, go to his channel. He comes into the quarantine cast when he has nothing else to do with his time. So maybe he'll stop by today. He probably won't. He has something better to do. But yeah.
He stops by as a last effort when he just can't think of anything else to do.
Yes. While he's sorting or while he's doing something else, he'll stop by.
That is a very cool build. Yeah, it was neat to see him working on it. I'm glad you got it there on the shelf of power behind you with all of those great builds on display.
Yes, I recorded the video yesterday, and I accidentally had this bad boy in the background, so I couldn't actually upload it until today because of the embargo. But this is newly revealed. This guy right here.
Yes, just today. Yeah.
Yep. Universal Monsters. So that's a build that I will tackle at some point as well.
Sounds good. That's so I noticed as I was opening this set, there are like 8 instruction booklets here, which is crazy. So there's this little actually I can show it on the build cam here. In the corner it says build together, and it's got this like photo of the family. And it's same thing with the box as well. So this is very much marketed, not only based on the animated show on Nickelodeon, but it's marketed as something the family can sit down with separate instruction booklets and build separate sections together. So you could have theoretically 8 people building at the same time with the different sections of the build here, which is pretty cool. So I don't know, and maybe Brian or Vision, if you guys can correct me, have they ever marketed a set like this with that kind of build together idea and like putting in all these different instruction booklets?
Every time. Every single time. City has multiple.
Oh, does it always have that? Okay, yeah. I really don't pay attention to City sets, so I guess, well, that shows you what I know.
There's even to a point where they'll have like a $20, I've seen like a truck size build. That's one build, it's one vehicle, but there will be 2 instruction booklets for it. I don't know why. So that's not an uncommon thing that happens with Lego. Okay. They'll have multiple, for City specifically, probably because it skews even more so toward younger builders. So they're like, oh, we don't want to overwhelm them. But yeah, it definitely works out for multi-family member building at one point too.
That is good to know. Here's the sticker sheet. So there are a number of stickers with this set. Will you be applying the stickers, Brian?
Yeah, I'm not a weirdo. I apply them.
I'm planning to apply them as well. Sometimes I don't. Like if I know I have, I don't know, like 0 interest in a set or something, or they just don't add a whole lot to it, but I think I'll apply them for this set. So the first step is some vehicles. You've got like a janitor's cart or something, I think, back here.
It's a utility vehicle.
Yes, and then the the cop and the robber there as well. So that's the first step. Comes with the brick separator. Oh, and it even tells you in case like you really can't figure out what to do with your family, it'll even assign each member of the family builds. So that you've got the boy, the girl, the dad. Let's see. Then you've got like the mom and even the grandma here as well. So it really helps you out there in case you just really can't figure out what to do.
Or you can just be like us and build it all by yourself and realize.
That's right. I'm not sure Brian and I were the target audience necessarily for this set, but we'll see what we think.
Two like mid-20s guys building it in lieu of, like a father and son duo or whatever. Yeah. Clearly not the target audience there.
The alternative was Brian going out and finding some children to bring into the studio, and we just didn't think that would go over very well.
And that's called a lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. Say it with me at home. Lawsuit.
All right, I'll be back because apparently I need to go get batteries, and I did not think that through. Okay. Yeah, good old Mario.
Oh, no, don't start this up again. The battery debate with Mario.
Rookie mistake. Oh, man.
So what did you think of all the shipments arriving to your house?
I was stressed because I didn't know like what was actually going to happen with each of the build. I'm like, all right, am I building this Diagon Alley right now? Is it going to wait? So, and the Harry Potter figure, and then there was a Light My Brick stuff that showed up too. So all of it like just showed up within like 4 days of itself. So, for anyone out there who's curious, you may be like, well, where's Beyond the Bricks video on Diagon Alley? Do you want to elaborate on the plan for that one, Joshua?
Yes. So Diagon Alley will be a 24-hour live stream Bricks O'Brien exclusive build. That's the only place you'll find him building it, probably, unless he decides to build it earlier or something. But the plan right now is to have that set, which is very large. I imagine you will probably not finish it on the 24-hour live stream if you're like me.
What? You think I won't finish that?
I mean, because normally, so the way I build, at least in the 24-hour live stream, is so slow because we're talking to people and like just kind of doing all the behind the scenes stuff, bringing people into the stream and stuff. So at least for me, if it sets that, I mean, that set's pretty big, right? Do you know the piece count on that set?
5,444 pieces.
So it's going to be close. I think if you really like push yourself to do it and it's a big goal, then I think you could. But I think it'll be difficult.
So I had the plan to build all of the Harry Potter sets from this year, like all the new stuff, and that in the 24-hour stream.
Really?
Yes.
I
plan on having my Christmas tree set up over here. As a part of the background over there, I'm going to put the Harry Potter movies onto the background just to have something else going on. And this will be the setup for the 24-hour stream. So I plan on getting it all done, but I'll take your word for it over somebody else's as somebody who's built a ton.
I will say I'm doing, I think, a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff than whoever like co-hosts with me each year typically. Sure. So I think of everyone on the stream, I'm building the slowest. Not to mention I'm already, I think, just naturally a slow builder to begin with. So, I think you can probably do it then, I shouldn't be so pessimistic about your abilities.
No, you're being realistic. It's understandable. I appreciate the grounded nature of your assumption there.
The year a couple of years ago when I built the Millennium Falcon, the UCS Millennium Falcon, which is like 7,500 pieces, I want to say, I got maybe 2/3 of the way through. I probably got about 2/3 of the way through that set. Though that set's also very complicated with Technic and stuff, so that was a much more difficult build. I imagine Diagon Alley does not have a whole lot of Technic building in it.
No, I don't think it has any Technic building except for the very end building, the Weasley's Wheezing Joke Shop. That one, I think, has a little bit of Technic with the hat arm. Oh, there's Nick!
Oh, look who's here.
Hello.
Wow.
I couldn't let you guys have all the fun without me.
Hey,
that is true.
Do you actually have something like nothing better to do that you showed up here? Like what
No, I needed an excuse to work on the Fall Guys build, so I figured I'd use you guys.
Ooh, okay. All right. So let me pimp out Nick again. Hold up. I got in the background here, just in case. So this is a guy who made this chat.
Gosh, who did that? That thing sucks.
This loser, right? This guy over here. This beautiful thing.
That thing sucks.
It's gonna be a permanent fixture right back here, Nick, right in this corner. There you go.
It looks great back there. Right when Brian joined before we went live, I saw it back there, so it's very recognizable on display in the background.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Hey, everybody in chat, what's up?
We've got a record number of viewers joining us today on a live stream, so that's nice.
Ooh. So Nick, you want to promote your social media?
I've only posted on Discord. I'm actually gonna send a tweet in a moment. Just wanted to make sure I was in here.
Yeah, because you
you
haven't showed off your Fall Guys build on here yet.
No, I'm going to momentarily. Don't you worry. Did
you finish it, or is it still? It's still in progress.
I'm like very close. I literally just need to build one more wall, and then I'm done. Very close. Alyssa, what's up? Give me a second, and I will be happy to show you guys once I let everyone know.
Ready, just let me know.
Did you hear that?
What is what is that?
I when I said hi, Alyssa.
What's up? Give me a second.
It said hi, Alexa.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, guys. Alyssa, I think we need to change your name so that thing doesn't accidentally activate in the background. LOL.
That's amazing.
Let me just be ready here.
I saw you up late last night, Nick, playing Fall Guys. I saw it through.
I did sink in a little bit of Fall Guys last night with Andrew, who got his first win yesterday.
Wow. Congratulations, Andrew.
That was exciting. Very awesome to see. Rando, good to see you. What's up, Milan? Good to see you. So many of the OGs. Brick Star Wars, boy, what's up?
Yeah.
BSW? Oh, no, SWB. That's what it is. Jeff as well.
Logan Film says he caught up on our piano streams this week. They were very entertaining. Thank you. Yeah, we ended up doing 2 different streams so that we could finish that whole set live on stream for everyone. It was very fun. A lot of good piano discussion was had. So we actually have shot the review video as well with Corey and his actual grand piano. So I just have to edit that now, but that should be a good video comparing the set to an actual grand piano.
Joseph asking, where did you end up getting dinner last night, Brian? Yeah, Joseph finally made his way over to my end of the live stream, so I appreciate you being there, Joseph. I ended up begrudgingly going to McDonald's.
Oh no,
you did.
Yeah.
Is this because I haven't been sending you Brian's lunch fund gift card?
Yes.
I need to catch up on that.
That's why. No, so what happens is I'll stream and then it'll be so late that a lot of the places that are relatively good for me to get something quick are not open. So I'm like, oh, I put myself in this corner again, and it happened again last night. So I got to work on that.
I wanna come back to that discussion, but before we do, Nick, I've been meaning to ask you. So I think I see on like Twitter and stuff, you'll share that you're doing streams on Amazon, right?
Yes, sir.
So how is that different than like what you do on Twitch, or what is the difference in like platforms and your audience?
Amazon is very much like what I would call a live infomercial platform. It's designed to be somewhere that people can go and see the products that are being featured, like actually in use, or be able to get questions answered about them. So they've been like kind of building up this platform for a little while. They had invited me pretty early on to help them test it and bring some traffic to it. And just, help them figure out some of the bugs and what they can improve with it. So I've been helping them out with that for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I just wondered what the differences were there and how you decide like when to stream where.
Yeah. So it's been kind of nice because I can use that as a little bit more of an excuse to enjoy some gaming, because a lot of people are shopping for gaming related stuff on Amazon. I would say even more so than like Lego related stuff. But so it's been kind of nice to have somewhere I can kind of enjoy some gaming goodness as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's always a tough thing with like building an audience on Twitch, and then like they know you do Lego building, and then when you do something else, it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. So it's been good that in a sense I can have a separate place for that content rather than kind of diluting the content that people are used to on Twitch.
Right. And that's why for me with Lego stuff, I always do it here, because when I do a live building thing on my Twitch channel, like, not that I'm concerned about the numbers, but I want to make sure people are watching something that's interesting for them and it's consistent with what I'm doing. But the viewership will just like tank in half. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is a build stream. It's fine. You know, it's more chill. I don't care. But I also want to give people something entertaining. So I understand with keeping the consistency and
exactly. Okay. So I think you guys do want to see a little demo of what we have so far. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Brian told me he wasn't interested.
Nope, don't care.
Brian was here last night, so I mean, he did get to see it already.
I really didn't make a whole new email to make a new ideas account to specifically vote for it. I didn't do that.
Sure you did. I definitely didn't like firsthand see that submission come through or anything.
The screenshot.
Teed into the right spot.
I have yet to play the actual Fall Guys game, but I did watch the Honest trailer for it, and I thought that was pretty funny. I don't know if any of you guys watched those or not, but
I watched her stuff. I guess I missed that one.
I found that entertaining. I was like, for video games, it's like a good like overview of what people like think of them, the overall like way people are playing and approaching them.
That is a game you should definitely play at some point, just to experience it.
Okay. This is about as much as I can fit on the camera. That is the best view for this. I don't know if we have someone who's able to. Okay, yeah.
There we go. Yep, sorry.
Just as I thought it came to life. The magic of background people. Master behind the scenes there. Thanks, John. So yeah, this is our Fall Guys build, which I do have posted on Lego Ideas if you guys are curious. Right now, it just features the characters. But I've been working very hard on this very interactive scene to display these characters on. These are actually all individual 16 by 16 modules that can be rearranged in any order. And with the turn of a single crank, which I have way over on the side here, all of these can move. This one is still being finished up. Everything else, though, is pretty much done, I would say. They're not perfect. I have had to kind of rush through these because I'd really want to get this updated done soon. But hopefully you guys will find this just as exciting as I do. So let me show you guys how this works. So with the turn of a crank here, you get all 4 levels kind of come into life. One of them is not really working right. Oh, no, the wall is actually working. So the character goes up and down on the wall. You got the fans moving. You got the raptor moving. You can see the Fall Guys are already falling. So kind of a little bit of the idea there. But all the levels kind of interact and move as you play around with them with this crank here. I do obviously want to try and get them motorized as well, because I do think it'd be really cool to see them just kind of running on their own. I just got to get the gearing worked out for that. But yeah, hopefully you guys think it's pretty cool. I think it came up pretty nice, and I'm excited to get the Ideas project updated with these awesome little scenes. So yeah.
It looks fantastic, and these characters, I haven't even played the game, but I love the look of the characters you've created here. You know, it's so colorful. They're so fun looking. So all of this is just one crank that moves all 4 of them at the same time?
Correct. So I'm using a lot of the little, I don't know what you would call them. I'm sure there's a fancy name for them, but whatever the little Lego gear things are, pretty much all of the builds have at least 1, if not 2 of these to allow me to convert the, you know, across motion into other directions to allow them to do all sorts of different functions. So yeah.
Do you want to take us through a few of the characters, maybe some of your favorite parts?
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be cool.
So I would say I have a hard time choosing my favorite. I do think I would lean towards the Lego brick guy just because he's the first one I did. I thought as soon as I saw all the amazing costumes in the game, I was like, there's no way there shouldn't be a Lego brick Fall Guy, right? And actually I just realized my camera's flipped. Sorry, let me fix that. Here we go. That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, the Lego brick guy, I think he looks really good. Very iconic look, kind of inspired a little bit by the Lego brick costume minifigures. He's even got a Lego brick back per se, as much as I could kind of accurately do that with the limited space. So I wanted to create a custom costume for him. And then I just took a lot of inspiration from people who were also really excited about the game. So I think our French fries guy was second. So he's supposed to be in a little outfit where he's, in a little bucket of fries. Then we did up the Raptor, who I think looks pretty cool. I kind of wanted to go with some like Reptar inspired colors on him. So that's why he's got the orange arms and the purple like spikes on his back. Get his foot attached. Can I get his foot on? Maybe I can't. Where is it? There we go. Let's see. Yeah, we've got the little Raptor here. He's got his little teeth, his little angry eyebrows, his little claws, and then a little tail and some spikes on the back. Looking pretty good there. And then the last thing that we did was the undies outfit. So that's kind of like a plain skin. It's one I think that everybody in the game starts with. Yeah, he looks pretty fun too.
Right. Great work. Yeah. And like I said, I love all the colors. So I think that's what really makes this stand out. So this is on Lego Ideas right now, correct?
It is indeed. It is indeed. It's just with the characters so far, but I'm going to be submitting the update to it very, very soon to include all of the levels that are going on.
And so how tall are each of the individual figures in?
They are like pretty tall. Let me see if I can measure them. So like the Raptor here, he's what? About 18 studs tall, 17. So they're pretty tall. They're not short characters. This guy is looking about 14 studs. So they're pretty tall for sure.
I always appreciate any Lego build that can take the smaller pieces and make a larger buildable figure that could easily be held by like a younger builder to play with. So that's why I really like what you've done here. And the brick costume guy looks like it could totally just be in the game in any color. It's awesome.
And you can have a lot of fun. Their legs are on little ball joints, so you can pose them in various ways. And the arms are also like rotatable and stuff like that. So you can get some fun posing going with them for sure.
Are you allowed to have custom like costumes in the game, or can you like make your own there, or is it only what they have set?
It's only what they have set right now, but they have like the Twitter account especially has been incredibly active in like sharing fan art, just like letting people kind of be excited about different concepts for fan art and such. I do think there's a chance they will do more stuff with like introducing fan art into the game, whether it's through contests and stuff like that. So I definitely think it'll be pretty cool to see what they continue to come up with. But they've already been adding new outfits on the regular basis. Like this week, they introduced a horse outfit. Yesterday, they introduced a monkey. Just a bunch of cute, adorable characters. So I think there's going to be a lot of great stuff.
It's the type of game where any company can get on with their property and make a suit out of it, and people would love it. Just like Fortnite in that sense, too.
Yeah.
So I think the whimsical nature of the game and the ability for customization is great because you can actually customize not the look of the whole costume, but there is an upper and bottom half that you can mix and match. So there's a lot of different variety of possibilities there. So yeah.
Get the close-ups there.
Oh.
Boom.
So that was all. Did you do all of that build on streams then, Nick?
Yep, absolutely.
That's always very cool. So yeah, I know we've mentioned this in past times when Nick comes on, but it is very cool to see these builds come together. So if, it's not something that a lot of builders do. So if you want to see that build process, like I know a lot of people are interested in seeing kind of behind the scenes, definitely check out Nick's streams because it's pretty cool to see how kind of the creative process works for him, and just as a build comes together, how that all works.
Yeah, you guys are too kind.
Is this a new hairstyle for you as well? I'm trying to remember.
I do.
I thought so.
I did some charity fundraising back in May, and I made it one of the goals to unlock dyeing my hair, and then also have it be that chat would get to pick what color my hair was. So we had a poll running throughout a 24-hour stream I was doing, and turquoise is what they picked. So here we are.
Are you taking notes, Brian?
So last time I dyed my hair, I dyed it blue, and then it kind of turned out like that. And I wanted it like bright blue, but I would have needed to like lighten my hair even more. And I had never done it before at that point. So I was like, I don't want to fry my hair and it, gets all dried out. So I don't know. Maybe my grandmother is very vehemently against me shaving my head. So I'd be more inclined to dyeing my hair as opposed to shaving it again, because I don't think I can put her through that. I don't know if Susan can handle it.
Granny's heart just can't handle that another second.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. So they go to Florida for the summer. So like when I saw her, when I have the shaved head, she just looked at me and she was like, she had like a little tear in her eye. She's like, "Come on, I really like your hair." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, Susan. Sorry, it had to happen."
There's only so many. What'd you call this cart with all the stuff on it here, Brian?
Utility cart.
Utility cart. This thing's crazy. It's got the stick of dynamite and a mop. It's got like a life jacket.
What the heck is that thing?
This is from the new City Main Square set. That's based on the City Adventures animated Nickelodeon show.
Oh, very cool.
Like these are all like vehicles and stuff from the TV show.
Okay, I was like, there's like zero reason something like that should be in a Lego set, but now I would appreciate that. That makes a lot of sense to be in a Lego set.
Yeah,
very cool, very funny.
Speaking of like things that happen a lot in Lego City that I kind of want to see change, there's always like people being arrested. There's always someone robbing something. Can we get a little less crime in Lego City? We need some reform with like the way that.
Agreed.
With the robbers, like just keep them locked up. Like, why do they keep getting out? Who's letting them out? Is it Rex Fury trying to get in there and like, Bane the whole thing and like release all the felons? Like, come on.
But it's
was a man falling into the river. Really, Alyssa? You of all people bring that one up?
Going all the way back to the Lego Island games, like 20 years ago. The robbers have got to keep breaking out.
That's a game I had requested for me to play on the gaming streams when I was still doing them, but there's no way to like play them without getting either an old computer or using an emulator. But
yeah, I would have loved to see you try that because I grew up playing those games, so it would have been really cool to like see someone go back and try those out today.
Yeah, I had somebody give me a copy, and then I actually have a disk drive I plugged in and like tried to make it work, and it's like, this isn't Windows 95. It's like, well, no, it's not, and it wouldn't work.
The instructions are so simple for this set. I guess it's been a while since I built a set aimed at like this age range, so I forget the differences.
Yeah, like a lot of the helicopter tail is only like 2 plates. It's not even like a large structure. Like it's very basic in that sense, which sets like this should be. They're supposed to invoke like the classic feel for Lego City type stuff, like the town plan. I actually saw a promotional image. I think it's officially done by Lego where they laid it out in the same way that they did the classic town plan set. And I saw so many people in the thread be like, I didn't want this set until I saw it framed up like it was in my childhood. Now I really want it. Like, well, that worked.
Smart marketing.
Yeah. Plot twist to Lego. Cater a little bit more to the older crowd and they will eat up city sets.
This is I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but this is the second biggest city set ever released. So the city square, which has a lot of the similar elements to this set, is the biggest set. It's got kind of the tram and things like that.
How many pieces does this one have?
Just over 1,500.
Wow. Epic.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big city set overall. It might be the biggest one I ever built. I feel like there's always a town plan set on shelves at some point. Just to cater to that.
When I first saw it, I thought the town hall building was a museum, which I thought would be pretty cool, but it's apparently not because it has like stuff on display in there that almost looks like a museum, but I don't think it's just a town hall building.
I don't think they ever made a museum. Not yet, right?
There was a little one in one of those town sets. There was a little, and I forget, somebody in chat would probably remember one of those town sets. I think had a little museum in it, if I'm not mistaken. And I cannot remember. Let's see, was it? Oh yeah, so it's the I actually found it. It's the Capital City set, is what it's called. It's got like a little exhibition with like a Neanderthal type of thing going on, like a natural history museum type of thing.
I remember that.
It's got a skate park and a big double-decker red bus, a bunch of different stuff. So that, as far as I know, is the only attempt they've made at a museum.
Vision, how's your build coming along? What are you cooking up over there?
It is going swell. I was able to get the batteries, and I'm finished with this part now. So that's the second part in the stage. Now it's just asking me to build these flowers, I guess, to go on that as well. But I will say, I like that I don't have to place stickers for these sensor type pieces. That is great. Yeah, that's great. Is that like how it is?
There are no applicable stickers to the set. All of the stickers for the tops of. I feel like I've said this 7,000 times.
I don't.
Do you watch any of my content, Kirk? Are you kidding me? Come on now.
I do watch your stuff.
I watch your videos, Kirk.
I do. I just
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure minifigure review and giveaway on your channel. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, you watch my stuff every once in a while, Kirk. Yeah.
I do.
The stickers hold on. The stickers
Speaking
are
of that,
pre-applied for the interactivity. All the other parts that are important are printed.
Gotcha.
NC. Continue. Sorry.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
You're just out here giving the people what they want, Brian. You know.
Do they want me to talk more about Mario? I'll do it all day. Again. Well, what were you gonna say, Kirk?
No, I was just gonna say. Speaking of that Bill and Ted video, I was scrolling through Instagram, and apparently one of the people that wrote a song for the new movie, actually liked both of the posts. So I was like, "Huh, that's interesting."
There you go.
I was also getting a bit carried. Oh wait, that actually fits into what this person just asked. What do I think about Mario? I think that Mario is very cool. He's smaller than I expected, but I actually like him very much. I was getting a bit carried away with just like hopping him around on the table because of all the sound effects. So I had to kind of set him to the side so I can finish the build. But I like him a lot. I like what Lego has going on here.
Yeah, I saw earlier Joseph was like, "Oh, I think my Mario's busted. He won't turn on." What I would say for you, Joe, is to leave the batteries in, press, take the back off, press both of the buttons to do a hard reset and see if that changes anything. So if anybody's having trouble shooting out there, that's what worked for me with, one of my copies.
Worst case scenario, you tear it all apart and make a popular YouTube video.
Make a really popular video out of it. Hey, that ASMR video is creeping up, man.
I know. Nick's Switch video and your ASMR video are neck and neck for views. They're both doing very well.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
That I posted about it on Twitter a couple of times. That ASMR video, that's the thing people like. All right, sure, cool.
Content.
That's fine. I think people would appreciate me talking, but I guess they don't. So I'll just shut up. That's fine. It's all good.
I think Nick's video has you by about 40,000 views right now. I was looking earlier today.
Right. Wow. I would say as it should. But you know what? ASMR more popular than I thought.
Do voice acting work as well?
I mean, I want to get into it. I haven't made a reel yet, but
you would be great for that, dude.
I probably would. If I could iron out how to take out my lisp when I talk, then I totally could. Because that's what actually
you have a lisp.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you? I've never noticed anything.
I mean, neither.
If you watched me talk ever, do you watch my content? You can realize the way I pronounce S's is not the way it should be. And that's actually the way like Robert Downey Jr. speaks that way as well. But when he's playing Iron Man, he can act it away. So I need to learn how to do that if I want to be an actual voice actor, like turn that off, but I haven't done it yet. I thought about doing something to make it seem like a more professional, take a class or something, but I haven't done that. So, Kirk, does that inspire joy? Do you feel it?
Do you feel it?
I am very happy right now.
Just know how disappointed Brian will be if you say no.
I'm very happy right now. I don't know why, but these sounds are very satisfying.
I don't know why I'm happy, but I'm happy.
Oh man. Oh, next part. Okay, great.
My Lego store correspondents tell me that it is selling very well. So
yes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. There we go.
It makes sense.
Are we talking about Lego Super Mario?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm digging
January 1st, Lego. Hit me with it. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, wave 2. Let's go, baby.
I'll get Nick in round 2 with the championship.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I probably won't.
Alyssa says you just need to get the Boston out of your accent.
What are you talking about? I don't have nothing wrong with an accent from me being from Boston. I got nothing. I'll say whatever I need to say in whatever way I want to say it. All right? It's a bit more exaggerated.
Sorry, someone in the chat had asked to see this. So.
Oh, that's very nice.
Oh, there you go. You've had that built for forever.
Yeah, this has been around for a while. Turned out pretty good. The eyes look really nice, and I was really happy with the little cheek detail on Ash, the way his little, I don't know what you would call them, but
that's a cool scale. So it's not like a super thick bust or anything, but it get a lot of detail in there. It's
like an enlarged brick sketch. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ladies,
I call them brick portraits.
I would just like to say, Daddy is back. Ash Daddy with the $10 super chat. LME Toys, building your mind one brick at a time. Thank you, Daddy, for the super chat. I actually read it that time without looking at the super chat because I knew the phrase. So you know what? I guess the shilling is working. Thank you, Daddy, very much for your $10 super chat. I missed you. I'm glad you're back in my life, Dad. Appreciate it.
Man.
I feel a little awkward right now. I just heard Daddy thrown out so many times in such a short period.
You're not the only one, Nick.
Okay, as long as I'm not alone.
Hey, as long as he keeps super chatting, hey Nick, I'm just saying his name. That's just his name.
I mean, as long as they're sending gift cards with the Lego Super Mario Championship on them, then I'm all good with it as well.
Yeah, well, they're not. It's supposed to be the priority of one Joshua Hanlon, but he's too busy soaking up the sun in the woods to send me a Chick-fil-A gift card.
That's very true. I have not. I sent a Chick-fil-A. There's no way to send a Chick-fil-A gift card online.
Is it really?
No, you have to go there and buy it in person and then put it in the mail. So that's why I didn't end up doing
that.
Really?
You have to put it in the mail?
Yes.
What is this, 1947 or something?
I know, it's annoying, so I might just have to skip the Chick-fil-A and go back to Chipotle, Brian.
Hey, that's fine. That is fine by me.
I've been slacking.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We know. Can be.
I like the sound of that, Alyssa. I definitely think that should be a feature or something.
Can Beyond the Brick release the image so that the viewers at home can print their own Brick and Nick owns Brian dunk cup? Or if you want to send a bunch more gift cards to my P.O. box to really make me feel bad, you can do that.
Really rub it in.
Really just iron the point home. As long as it's to something around me. As long as don't send me Krispy Kreme because I'd have to drive to Foxwoods to make that happen. Don't do that.
Do you have, this is what I was going to ask you earlier when you were talking about how places are closed. Do you have any 24-hour joints like Steak and Shake where you are?
Like that aren't McDonald's?
Right. So do you, is Steak and Shake a thing there?
No.
Oh, okay. Steak and Shake is a 24-hour diner place that's I don't know how widespread it is in the country. We have them all over Indiana, I know. But it's good, and it's great for, it's usually like the only place open in the middle of the night. So it's always the good place to hit up if you're out super late and need some place to eat.
I feel like that's one I've been hearing a lot about lately. Like everybody's hyping up Steak and Shake.
I haven't.
It's also a good cheap option.
Gotcha.
The big downside can be the service. A lot of times, sometimes they're very, very slow. That's why I like going when it's like super late at night, because then there aren't a lot of people there. So it's better that way.
And actually, I'm thinking it's Shake Shack that people have been hyping.
Oh, yes, that also is a lot of people are fans of that as well.
Yeah.
Joe had a 24-hour soda shop. However, you couldn't leave your apartment after midnight. What kind of ridiculous in college you couldn't leave your house after midnight? That's weird. They got to keep those college kids, intact, not too rambunctious, I guess. Yeah, like around me, what do we have that's 24 hours? 7-Eleven. That doesn't count. Boston is definitely a city that sleeps, so there's nothing like really solid open 24/7.
Really? That's interesting. I would think.
No.
Huh.
No, even in like the suburbs, things like shut down. Like I'm trying to think if I drive around at 3 a.m, which I do way too often. There's McDonald's. Yeah, that's about it. That is it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but one of the
downsides there would be, like, if not a chain, at least some one-off diner places or something that's open all night, just because there's nothing. They'd get all the business.
There are places like, so in Salem, Massachusetts, there are like late night things open because they're a college town, but there isn't a lot 24 hours. There's a sweet period between, so like things will close down in college towns probably at like 2 a.m. And then the next thing that opens after that is Cane's Donuts at 3:30 in the morning. And I've had way too many memories of like driving either from here or like when I came back from New York, I took the bus early in the morning, like 5 a.m. to New York, came back at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and just seeing the glowing pink light of Cane's Donuts as we're driving up home from the train station literally filled my heart with joy. They're like fresh donuts, 3:30 in the morning, made right in the back, and it like the honey dip melts in your mouth. It is a transcending feeling.
That sounds very good.
That does sound really good.
So that is the spot for 3:30 in the morning. But between like 2 and 4, there isn't much.
Gotcha. I saw Kevin and Joey's little trip around Boston with you, Brian, and I was very jealous. I really need to get out and get the Bricks O'Brien Boston experience.
You really do. We
should do a quarantine cast in person.
We should. Hey, I'll have you guys anytime. Did you happen to see, Joshua, on my channel a video that I posted involving Kevin and Joey?
I did not.
So for anybody uneducated in the chat, I have someone who is a very, very avid Bricks O'Brien fan. We call him David, Big D of Big D Performance. He's been in the chat a couple of times here, and he makes homemade pickles, and he makes homemade spicy pickles. So he sent me 2 jars of pickles, regular and the hot ones. And I had a hot one on stream. When I tell you I almost died, I almost died. They are so hot. And I had Kevin and Joey over at the office recently, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to try the hot pickle? And Kevin was like, yeah, I'll try it, of course. And he tries it. He's got a pretty high tolerance for spice. And he was like, So the video of it is on my channel. And then I had Joey, Maniac for Bricks, try it. And I don't necessarily want to spoil his reaction, but I need to give him a bill to clean my office.
Oh, no.
So if you want to check that out, it's on the channel.
I've got to watch this now. This sounds good.
Yes, and what I plan to do is I plan to bring. So I showed that video to David, and he was like, "This is amazing," and he decided to make even spicier, hotter pickles to the point where it was so spicy that they couldn't breathe in the room he was making the pickles in. He had to go upstairs to get oxygen. How hot they are. So I plan on bringing these to conventions next year. So if you want to try the spicy pickle recipe and see just how much of a man you are or a woman you are, that's where it's going to be. So.
Stay away, folks. Stay away.
I love it. Throwing down on the spicy pickle challenge.
Yes.
Yep.
Just walk away. Just walk away. Don't.
Oh, Kirk, you're going to be one of the first ones. Don't you worry, buddy.
Oh, God. Well, you see, now, I got a message yesterday. No, I'm going to try it. But I got a message yesterday telling me that I'm possibly, around my birthday time, going to be having to eat a raw California Reaper. And that's not fun. That's not fun to hear. Yeah, that's not fun.
Was this like a threat? Did someone they're like,
no. It's a friend of mine. No, it's a friend of mine who's coming down for my birthday potentially, and he's like, "Oh, I got like 8 of these things." He's doing like this podcast or whatever. He's gonna have it. I think the first one with one of his friends, and he was like, "When I come down for when it's not for your birthday," he's like, "I'll just bring 2 of them down or whatever." He'll have one, I'll have one, and we'll make a video out of it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Definitely not how I wanted to spend my 19th birthday, but okay. It'll make an interesting experience.
Make sure you record that.
Yes, yeah, that's what he plans to do. So I guess just make the video out of it. I'll put it on the channel and watch, or have people watch me suffer for like however long it's going to last.
That reminds me, Andreas, John, has Andreas released the vlog with all the food we tried in New York City?
Mm-hmm.
Legend.
Did he release that? Oh, maybe I just never watched it. Okay, I guess I need to check that out if he released it, because there was
soaking up sun in the woods. I was disappointed I missed Andres on the last cast before you left on that Thursday. He was there. We got all these ladies trying to pawn. What? What is the chopper above him looking for him? It's like, where, Andres? What are you doing?
It's a random tour group of German women stopped by this pond he was at.
Look at all the ladies. Yes, Andres, we see. We see.
The funny thing is, he said he's been there like, I don't know, hundreds of times, and there's never been a tour group there before. So I don't know what. Maybe that art installation or that sculpture is new or something.
The one time he is there, there's a chopper looking for him. There's a bunch of ladies there.
It's always so funny because he's speaking English to us, which obviously he's in Germany, so no one around him is speaking English. So it's got to be really crazy for anyone who hears him.
Right. Oh, of course.
So how does your friend make the pickles so spicy? Does he like soak them in a mixture that just has a bunch of super spicy stuff in it?
Let me show you what one of them looks like.
Okay.
What the jar looks like itself. Give me a second.
I know this is the type of content that everyone tuned in today for.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
While you're waiting, I can show you the limousine that I'm working on here.
Limo.
Let's see. This goes on like this, I think. Is that right? That's right. Got gold rims.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is what it looks like. There's a whole bunch of spices in there, and when you open it, it doesn't smell.
Huh.
So there's all sorts of stuff in there, and it just ferments. So there's, I think, habanero, And I don't know. I don't actually know what's in here. So this can mess your day up. Not mess your day up. It can mess you up for a while. So
is the goal to like take them out and put them on a sandwich, or are you supposed to just eat them on their own?
So David has told me the people that want these from him actually just eat them, or they put them on sandwiches. But those are the people that have a super high tolerance for heat and whatnot. So for me, I have one just because I hate myself. So what I want to do also for the 24-hour stream is have these, but make it like a donation incentive. So if one person donates X amount of dollars, I'll pop one in.
That would be amazing. I'll donate for that.
Yeah. It'll be high, though. It won't be low. It'll be high. So
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Brian, I challenge you to eat one right now on camera. Prove that you're a man. I already proved a man by being who I am every single day, but I also had one on a live stream already. So unless y'all pop through with a crazy super chat, then I won't. So out there, you can if you want, but no pressure from anyone, obviously. Let's see.
Moving on to the diner portion of the build now.
Wait, you're ahead of me? Oh no.
Here we go. It's got this big burger on top.
There you go. Speaking of food.
That's right. Speaking of food, we're finally having an actual food themed build to work on instead of just talking about it the whole time.
I think that's something that's come across Lego Ideas plenty of times. Is like there's always like a diner or like a classic retro type build that needs to be like. There's got to be an actual diner that isn't a modular. Just like a flat surface, flat.
That modular building, I haven't actually built that diner, but it looks so cool.
It's very cool. It's my favorite modular.
Yeah, I just don't build a lot of the modular buildings, but that one did look very cool.
I was very surprised and happy with the bookshop specifically because that build didn't have all sorts of so typically with a modular build, there are 4 massive bags to it, and it can be very overwhelming to have all of those pieces, and especially if you want to do something else, give it a break, whatever. But the bookshop, each of the buildings was 4 bags, so it was all like contained experiences, so I really appreciated that. Usually not like that, though.
Kevin's out here pushing the people to give super chats for a spicy pickle eating.
I mean, hey.
You listening, Daddy? Oh gosh.
This print on this face is very, very unique. Oh, let's see if you can focus on there. Oh boy. On this side. Oh, come on. Anyway, her eyes are closed, so at first it takes you a second to figure out like what the expression is. It's not focusing, but
it's like a jovial expression.
Yeah, she's like laughing, but her eyes are closed, which I feel like is an unusual print to have the eyes closed on a minifigure like that. It's a little weird at first.
Yeah, one of the Harry Potter figures actually has that too. It's either Fred or George, I forget. Which I don't know if John is here. Does he have a timetable for that video? That'd be cool.
What's that, John? Either later today or tomorrow. There you go.
Right, but he liked the final thing?
No, he said it wasn't any good, but we didn't have any choice.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, as far as I know, he liked it. John, do you have any complaints you want to give live on camera to critique Brian? Very good. It's just your pronunciation of the S's is awful.
that got Kirk real good. That's great. That's great. Can you do something quick, Joshua? There's a big milestone that has happened here on the channel that you haven't talked about.
What is that?
Look at that subscriber count, baby.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, let's see. John, do we need to share the subscriber count here?
Kinda. That's an impressive number.
Okay, John will pull it up here.
In case you don't see it down below there.
I like how he's just Josh was just like clueless. He's like, wait,
I should be building a celebratory set probably. For,
yes, you should.
Something a little bit.
Do that on a future stream.
Yeah.
All right. It's taking John a while to pull it up.
I got my limousine. Kevin asked real quick, do we have Btb Pickleball Uniforms yet?
So that has been a process, and we're getting very close. I think they're very close to being ordered. The graphic looks amazing. We've got a couple of pickleball tournaments coming up end of September and beginning of October. So very close. Oh, here's the big milestone. Yes. 801,000 subscribers.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. I've actually got a Lego trophy and a Lego cake down here. I should have built one of those today to celebrate. But, that'll be a future stream. It'll be a late celebration. Thank you for the shout out there, Brian. Yes. 800,000 subscribers. That's a lot. So thank you everyone who subscribes to the channel, watches the streams. I wish we had more content to put out for you these days, but with no conventions happening, we're just doing our best with live streams and whatever we can come up with. It's hard to get consistent daily content these days, but we're doing what we can.
Only the best here at Beyond the Brick, we assure you.
Yes.
These live streams are the lifeblood of my Tuesday. So,
yeah, Kevin, you're going to see a Clanland team pick in the uniforms with your graphic. Hopefully, there's some medals around our necks as well. That's the goal. That'll really raise the prestige of your design. It's like how like Nike and Adidas are always competing to get like Olympic athletes to wear their shoes because when they win, it's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. Love it.
Joseph saying it was the more ASMR, more white gloves. Well, man, you never know, man. You never know.
No, it's been good. We've been able to still have a good, Boone's video taking apart Mario, the ASMR video, Nick's Switch video, even without conventions happening, we've still been able to get some good content out there. So I've been happy with that.
It was probably Andres that pushed you guys over to the 800,000 mark.
Yes. He told all of his viewers in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, where he is the most popular Lego blog, to go subscribe to us.
He has the most popular Lego blog in Germany. And wow. Excellent. So we haven't discussed the Diagon Alley as it's officially been revealed and whatnot. How do you guys feel about that set in general?
I am just happy because Kat Harris's massive Diagon Alley custom build that we interviewed her about has been getting a ton more views since that set came out because people want to check it out, which is great because
that set coming out, it's like there's that mock getting showcase.
That build, that is the longest interview we've ever done with one person about a build. It was
really
just shy of an hour long because she took us through every single building. It was a big layout, and she had every single building from Diagon Alley with like detailed insides and everything. She did an amazing job with it, and it was super cool. So I'm glad that more people are seeing it now because of that set coming out. So that's my main takeaway. I don't actually really know. I've never been a big Harry Potter fan, so I don't really know anything about it myself, but I appreciate that. So someone else will have an actual opinion on the set.
Nick, how do you feel about it?
To be honest, so I'm actually gonna be building that later today on stream on Twitch. But I'm not gonna lie, especially out on a first glance basis, I was pretty underwhelmed. They looked like very light modulars, like what a modular would look like, but like to me lacking maybe a little bit of detail and like what I thought would look like there. I thought there would be a lot more building techniques in there that I'd get excited about. As I've looked at it more and more, I do think there are going to be quite a few surprises to discover with it. But I was a little underwhelmed at first. But at the same time, like it's very accurate They're great minifigures, great interior details, but for the size of the set and the cost of it, I felt like it looked a little simplistic. It almost felt a little more city-like than like adult set-like to me. But we'll see.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, because I remember asking you about it privately. I'm like, oh, well, I'm trying to like wrap my head around that frame of thinking, and like looking at the other Harry Potter sets in iShot here and Hogwarts behind me, which is Hogwarts on? It is not on. I can actually turn them all on with the flick of the switch there. Bam, they're all lit up.
Whoa, look at that.
Those builds are definitely more complex, not necessarily complex, but more interesting. They're not just building facades. There's like more angles and more varieties of building techniques going with them. And they're mostly buildings, like standard square buildings for Diagon Alley. So I get that. I'm excited to just have a very detailed Diagon Alley, but there's definitely a lot that's missing. I think them not having Gringotts is a missed opportunity until they come out with what I think will be $100 Gringotts Bank with the front facade to connect to Diagon Alley and have the rail pieces to go into the vault and with the gold and all that. So,
do you guys not think like this was intended to be partially added on to the original Diagon Alley set from like way back?
No, I think this is meant like all of the Harry Potter stuff that's come out from 2018 on, stylistically and the the layout of everything, it looks like it's meant to go together more so than any of the other things that have come before.
Fair enough.
So Gringotts, you got to think, because that's, I believe, one of the tallest buildings in Diagon Alley, or at least when you typically look at it. So you got to think it's going to be at least 3.5 to 4 stories tall, and then there's going to be something with it. The scale of the original Diagon Alley, there's only like, I think like 2.5 floors to each of those buildings.
Fair enough. So we're a little out of whack with it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I might be remembering it bigger than it actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this scale is a lot better, and I want to see them built. But I'm glad that it's 4 different sections, so you could like give it to other people to build like very easily.
Kevin says hashtag sponsored when you turn on the lights there, Brian. Can you remind everyone of the coupon code for Light My Bricks?
I know. I might end up getting some more. But there's the Hogwarts and the bookshop that are lit up right there. I have the treehouse just at a iShot there. But check out the Light My Bricks video I did. That is hashtag ad from Light My Bricks. Took a very long time to do that video to install those lights. But as you can see, a little bit here, it looks beautiful. It looks really, really nice. Very happy with it.
I couldn't believe how long, you said it took you to do some of those. That's intense.
And somebody put a interesting comment. They were like, for every 1,000 pieces, it takes you an hour to install the lights. And I'm like, I didn't realize that before. Oh, there's a Switch. There's Animal Crossing.
Someone was asking about the because I stole some pieces, or I was swapping some pieces on the controllers, and someone was like, "Is that a Nintendo Switch controller?" So, yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, and some Animal Crossing action in there, as Brian mentioned.
Still looks cool.
Yep, that it does. I'm glad to hear the video is doing so well.
Yes,
I need to hear people are excited about it.
No, they responded very nicely. So I'm glad you could come on stream and show it off. That worked well.
It's almost as if that set should have been on Lego Ideas that Lego would approve of to be on there, and it could be an actual set. Look at that.
What a concept. What a
concept that Lego was just like, nah, fam. Nah. Never mind. No. Guys, that's the new hotness anyways. It's fine.
Yep. Indeed it is.
What all platforms is Fall Guys on? Is that on all the normal?
PlayStation and PC. It is a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Mine is being on PC, so
it'll be on everything eventually.
But it will indeed.
Yeah. So just so you know, Joshua, I ended up switching to building the stage, just so we're not building the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Oh, there you go. Got to give people variety. I like it.
Keep it spicy. You know?
That's right.
I could see Lego doing a Nintendo Switch set since they recently did the NES. Milan, I don't think that's gonna happen because like the NES was special in itself, and they would probably go in sequential order of the sets, or rather of the consoles. So I think the NES is a one-off, and if they did end up doing more console type sets like that, that means we're not getting a Peach's Castle in minifigure scale. So
why not both, Brian?
That's true. You can do both. Both would sell like hotcakes. They know that. So just do that.
True.
Why not both, Brian?
So there was an interesting piece in Diagon Alley that I saw from Just Too Good's video, and it's I think it's a Jack in the Box piece in Weasley's in the shop, and it has stickers on it. And I saw him like hold it, and he's like, I don't know what this piece could be used for, but whatever. And he put it down, and I'm like, that could be the question mark block from Super Mario. It could be a block. It's like a square, like it's like a Minecraft head, except it's like a perfectly square 1x1 block. And I'm like, that's it. That's it right there. I will find a way to put Mario into every quarantine cast we do. Don't you worry.
Well, when you first said Jack in the Box, my mind went to the restaurant, and I was like, "What? Why would
he involve Jack in the Box?" One of the only chain fast food places I haven't had.
I have it very rarely because it's not. There aren't any around here. But when I go to that part of the country, I like to hit it up. It's not. There's nothing spectacular there, but it's fine, and it's something different than the fast food I have around here.
Sure. Mini Brick Productions is here. Hello. Does Brian know something we don't know? If there was something that someone told me, I would shut up. I know nothing. The things that I do know, I don't speak on, and the things that I don't know, I do speak on. So there's your scoop. All right. So if you notice me go oddly quiet about something, maybe I know something, or maybe I don't. But I can tell you right now, I know nothing. I wish I did. No one will tell me anything. I can shut up. Like, come on. My email's open. Slide into my DMs. Make a fake Twitter account. Drop a picture. I won't share it.
We don't tell you anything because we want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, and then I get Diagon Alley showing up at my door. I'm like, what are these handlings doing?
I mean, if you're that upset, I mean, I could take it.
I mean, don't, but it's fine. I remember Kirk messaging me, and he's like, wait, so what are all these Mario sets for? And I'm like, wait, they didn't tell you? He's like, no, what is it for?
Oh, yeah. I do want to open up about that because I was receiving a bunch of boxes lately, Joshua, and I'm just like, okay, where's this stuff coming from? Why is it here? I knew nothing. And so I messaged Alyssa, or emailed Alyssa, like when I received the box, I was like, okay, what is this for exactly? She's like, oh, did they not tell you? I'm like, yeah, no, they didn't tell me anything. So I've just been... Well, yeah, I did that last time with the.
So
art
feel free
set,
to do that.
Okay.
A lot of these things are like always kind of up in the air, and we never know like when they're gonna arrive and stuff, and so it's easiest just to let it arrive, and then we figure things out.
Gotcha.
But feel free to message us if you have any questions.
Oh God, wait. Okay, now we're talking. Vision is currently holding the talking stick. Let it hold.
This is mini burger.
How does that make you feel?
This is our fun.
Oh God! Ooh,
this is a very cool little build here. Actually, I love the ketchup and mustard on the cash register. Then you've got like the coffee pot over here. The big burger on the table. I mean, it's basic, but I like the elements of a diner are there, so I think it's pretty cool.
Mini Brick says that you're scaring us with free Lego, Joshua. Oh man.
Speaking of cute looking builds here. I have the stage that Joshua is about to build right here, but this stage is really cool. Simple, but it sells it. You know, it's a good aesthetic.
The next step for me is actually this like town square thing, with the statue.
Oh. Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm on 6. Okay, cool. So I'll go. Yeah, you got 5. Yeah. I'll do the monorail. I'm sorry, tram. I don't know. Whatever.
Just say monorail. It gets more clicks.
It's a monorail. It's fine.
All right. So I think I finished everything. I guess these are just like here. Brian probably knows. This is here just to put my own course together, basically.
Yep, those are going to connect each of the different modules you have built together.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Trolley. Yeah, I guess it's a trolley, Jeff. That'd probably be the best word for it.
I do love the great variety of minifigures in here. Lots. I think that so it's a pretty high price point for the piece count, and I think that's because of all the minifigures you get with this set. Also, I guess it ties into the Nickelodeon show, and so I'm sure they figure that'll sell sets as well to kids who have seen that. There's another face with the eyes closed, like smiling expression. Huh.
People are happy in Lego City, even though all these robbers are stealing everything.
They're like, if we close our eyes and smile. Oh, man. This set really represents 2020 well.
Yeah, it really does, man. It really does.
I thought it was funny that I was in Billin one time talking to a Lego designer, and so right next to the Lego house, I think it's still there as far as I know, is a bank. And he said one time somebody took their truck and attached like a chain to the ATM and tore it off the wall and drove away with it, which is like every Lego City robbery ever. Really somebody did that in real life in Billin.
That's amazing.
I know. It's hilarious. That's like the plot of every Lego police robbery set.
Yeah. I have seen at least 5 $20 sets with that exact same plot.
And it actually happened. The bank is literally like right next to the Lego house.
You got to figure why do they make so many sets like that? Like, do they sell that much that like cops and robbers is still like a thing? Like
Kevin says, my son got 4 of the Mario sets for his birthday yesterday. I can officially say I'm not a huge fan of giving him my phone for building the sets, but it's our only option. I don't mind him using the digital instructions. He followed them well, but having my son run around the house with my phone wasn't ideal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that actually is a good point.
Yeah,
I could see that.
What I've seen more commonly in my Lego store experience is like parents just giving their phone, like I'm talking like 5-year-olds to like the kid and just letting them go. So I think it's that mentality that's becoming more commonplace. But yeah, you use your phone for business and everything else.
Exactly.
It's not ideal.
I think back to what you were saying, Brian, about all the police sets. I think they do it because, there's always new, younger kids coming into Lego fandom, and so they basically just re-release. The same reason they do like fire station and police stations and everything again and again. So I think it's that same idea. They also can't have the ATM thing is like technically, a robbery, but it's not too violent. They don't want anything, I guess, too violent. So.
Yeah, they're not going to have anything too crazy for like a crime in Lego City, obviously. That's probably the old person in me talking of like, I've seen this set literally 7 times. Can we get something different?
Right.
But that's what all the other Lego themes are for, right?
Except Star Wars, not Star Wars.
Hey, Star Wars is its own beast entirely.
It does annoy me how many re-releases we get there.
It annoys me how many re-releases we get when there's so much material they haven't worked with, and like, man, like, okay, so I'm normally not super duper particular about like the printing of the figures, like what variants and blah blah blah, but I wanted to get the new Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, right? And it's $30, comes with Anakin, R2, and the ship from episode 3. But the printing on Anakin is the same one from when they had the duel on Mustafar. So the nerd in me says that the beginning of episode 3, they have the typical Jedi robe. And then by the end of the movie, they're on Mustafar where there's burn marks in the clothes to make it look raggedy. So there's the burn marks in the clothes in this Anakin figure from the beginning of the movie. It doesn't make sense with the movie. So, like, why couldn't they make a new figure or literally just fill in the holes on the figure and release that instead of re-releasing the same figure from the Mustafar set? So I'm like, why is that the situation? And then why is General Grievous's Starfighter $80? Like, even with Star Wars tax, that's ridiculous. Like, yeah, you get a 501st set with all the clones, great, cool. You get Ahsoka, cool. But like the other stuff, like I don't know, man. I don't know. So I need Brick Wiz in here. Get him in here. I think he's building the Razor Crest, which I actually have that showing up. Speaking of more things to build, not from Lego, I paid for it myself, but that's appearing in the mail soon enough.
Remember, you aren't allowed to call it the Razor Crest anymore.
I'm sorry, it's the Bounty Hunters Transport TM. It's trademark. Which I believe they're actually making that adjustment worldwide.
Yes, I believe they are.
Yeah. The Ahsoka set is also really overpriced. Is it? I mean, for what people want out of the set, they just want Ahsoka and the Ahsoka Trooper, right? How's your build coming along, Nick?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I was having some trouble with getting the wall to be able to move up and down consistently. So I had to work in a little bit of snot at the back here. So instead of like it being brick all around, I did have to do some snot bricks with some tile. So there's a little more space for a 2-stud wide wall to kind of slide in and exist in there. So it goes up and down a lot better this way. There it is.
I can't believe how well you conveyed what that is.
What's that?
Like, I can't believe how well you conveyed it in brick form.
Thanks, dude. Well, this wall was temporary, so this is what I'm actually going to be working on next, is making it actually look good. So,
what does that not look good right now to you? I don't know. Hey, I'm a simple guy, so I don't know what is supposed
There's
to.
There's no snot here, so we got to fix this.
All right. Well, then there you go.
I'm literally on Bricklink right now to determine what sets I can steal these pieces from.
You know, that's real quick. That's a system that I meant to ask you about. So you have all of your sets in Bricklink that you can figure out what parts are from where. Like, can you elaborate on the process?
I have inventory online. I should, because that'd be smart. But what I do is when I'm looking for a piece, I have a pretty good idea of what sets I have like in storage that haven't been sorted out or built or anything. So I go to Bricklink, I go through the list of the sets that a part is in, and then if I see a set that I have, I go, oh, great, I can go steal this part from that set.
So do you have just like all of your sets in like boxes waiting to be...
They're stacked up like all beside each other on shelves.
Oh, really?
So I can like reach over and like, sometimes I have to go digging a little bit, but I can reach over, usually grab the set, take the bags out, and then find the piece I need.
Your other family members must love how much space it probably takes up.
My mom hates it with a fiery passion.
Yeah.
But they've chosen to enable this, so it's kind of their fault.
Yeah, right.
They reap what they sow.
I think Kevin was asking earlier about what's the deal with the Razor Crest. So, Joshua, do you know what that is, or do you want me to explain it?
Go ahead. You can explain.
So I believe the term Razor Crest is owned by a guy in Germany. So they couldn't release the set with the name Razor Crest. So they had to rename it for Germany, and they're deciding to rename it for everywhere else as well, which it's amazing. And it's not that they can't call it the Razor Crest in the show, because they obviously can. When it comes down to either the brick-based toy or the toy itself, they can't call it the Razor Crest. So, yeah. Instead of Lego being like, no, we're going to fight it, they're just like, forget it, whatever. Change it. This is Andres' fault, isn't it? Yes, it is. We can blame him.
It's Andres who owns the copyright.
Yes, it's him. Finally smartening up that guy there.
This statue is cool in this set. So it's an all gray version of one of the like old forestmen. So this is like one of the old forestman hats, but he's in handcuffs. But this is the statue, and he's got like the sword in front of him. That's I feel like there's got to be some kind of backstory to that. I don't know if that's I'm trying to think if that's a reference to any of the forestman sets, or something like that. But there's got to be some kind of story to that. The reason he's in handcuffs, has the sword in there. I think that's pretty cool.
If there's any Lego designers lurking out there that want to chime in, go ahead, say something. Where's Stuart Harris? He knows everything. Get him in here. Let's see.
I don't actually know who designed the city sets. They don't really, the city designers for things like fan media days and stuff, like they never have that. I guess because there's a lot less interest among AFOLs in the city sets, so they never really open up the city set designers for interviews and stuff nearly as much as they do some of the other themes.
Well, because I think city is one of those types of themes that they know will sell regardless in not the AFOL market. It's meant for kids. It's meant for the mom and dad buying it for Christmas or whatever. Andres would void the copyright for Lego if they put his picture on the Lego box art, but they refuse. I would buy a Lego set with Andres' face on it in a heartbeat.
That would be a mainstay of the backdrop if Andres' face 100%. Was on a Lego set.
Okay, is someone not going to get the Beetle set and like do that up on a program and just readjust it, or?
Oh, that's true. Yes. Yeah, that'd be perfect. There you go, Nick.
If there's some way, easy-ish way that like you could get the Beatles to like, or you could take the pieces and like make a different mosaic out of it, like that would be cool.
There is actually a program for that.
There is.
Yeah, I saw it. I think on Brothers Brick maybe recently. I caught it from somewhere, and I have it bookmarked, I think.
There'd be no better tribute to Andreas than using one of the Beatles to make his face as a mosaic.
I may be contractually obligated to do that. We'll see. It'll be $1,000 high-resolution professional portrait of Andres on the rooftop with the apple.
Yeah, this gray statue is cool. I really need to know. Somebody in chat said he was like arrested for stealing. So it's like somebody who settled the town. It was like a robber or something. They put a statue up of him to warn other people. They have a sword on display in front. I think that's a good backstory.
And see, Milan would buy that art style for Andres. I don't know who wouldn't buy it.
Chrissy asks, what do you think about me using fake Lego as filler brick? Yeah, hey, if you want to, go for it. It doesn't make any difference to me.
I will sleep just fine at night knowing that information. Now, what really bothers me if people use like fake minifigures, like I saw one guy's collection, he had a bunch of the fake figures mixed in with the real ones, and I was like, what's real, what's fake? I can't tell.
It's all falling apart.
Yep. Couldn't handle that one. Am I going to record everyone who tries to pickle? Well, if they are in a convention hall and I'm able to, yeah, sure.
Golden Light Picture says the statue is of a man who saved the town but was also a criminal. That has a lot of plot twists in it, that backstory.
Mini Brick asks, do you guys think more ideas, projects making it into the review stage will correlate to having LEGO produce more ideas sets?
Gosh, I hope so.
for Nick's sake, yes, we really certainly hope so.
I think there's a definite possibility of that, yeah. Seeing as how they're doing more sets from each round, it seems like every time. I think that's certainly a possibility.
I think
that making it to 10K, it shows that there is some level of demand for it. So,
right,
exactly.
In that sense, like if 10,000 people wanted to see it as a set, you should give it the same consideration as every other project they've ever had on the platform, right?
And I think LEGO Ideas is a great platform to not only have like unique LEGO ideas, but it's also meant to bring in people who are not fans of LEGO to buy a one-off LEGO set like Friends or Seinfeld or Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
So between a combination of original ideas like the piano, Barracuda Bay, that really cater to the hardcore LEGO fans, you also have the things that bring in new people. So I think the reasoning behind bringing in new people will never not be a reason, and there's always going to be an innate desire for a one-off set of a property that doesn't need to be a whole theme, but you can have one Flintstone set. So it's a matter of finding the right properties like that work well and will sell well as having original ideas in the pipeline as well, which is why I actually think that the Cybertruck should happen, because it's a one-off. I mean, it could be more with like the rockets and whatnot with SpaceX, but it doesn't need to be. And the truck itself is a cool build. So I think it's a perfect combination of those things, that specifically.
Yeah. I do kind of agree with Kevin, though. I think it'll just be like, I don't think it'll necessarily mean more. It'll just be, do those sets make sense for LEGO? Yes or no? And then
you may see. Oh, sorry, Nick.
I was saying, like, based on what Kevin said, like,
oh yeah.
It also like won't necessarily increase the amount of sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just based on whether or not LEGO's going to think that they're fitting or not.
I think you'll see less of the Adventure Time brick built things. Like those went away super quickly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe less risky, quote unquote, risky things like that, but more things that are like surefire. All right, all-star list of sets. Who Nick, did you get the piano or no?
Oh, I wasn't muted there. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say, who's shuffling around all these bricks?
I have a mute button on my mic and it's mildly inconsistent, and I sincerely apologize to everyone in chat. I do not have the piano, no.
Gotcha.
And I do not plan on getting it.
Why not?
I mean, as a technical creation, it looks incredible. But I just don't care to have a Lego set of a piano.
I fall in line with that. I want to
like if it was handed to me and someone said, "Hey, do you want to build this?" I would say, "Yeah," but like I'm not going to go out and spend my own money on it.
Right.
Certainly, you appreciate much more if you're a piano player or own a grand piano or really into piano. It is a cool set, and I think anyone can look at it and it's certainly a great technical achievement, but primarily you can appreciate it far more if you're a piano player.
Indeed. Yeah, I play drums, so like there's a good chance if they had done a drum set, I would have been pretty interested because I used to play drums back in the day, and I would have plucked at my nostalgia a little bit, but beyond that, mm-mm.
We're gonna get like a. Have you ever done that in a video? That'd be cool. Little live stream drumming.
That would be a little a funny little thing to do. Maybe build a little Lego set of one and see what it sounds like.
I don't think John and I have ever juggled in a video on Beyond the Brick, and I've always been trying to think of like a way we could incorporate that somehow.
Wait, can you juggle?
Yeah, John and I do. Have I not? I thought have we not discussed this in the past? I thought we have.
No, you have.
I found out more secrets about you two every time.
See, Vision knew that.
I know. He said this on a stream with us, Brian.
You think I remember anything?
And you had the same reaction. You had the exact same reaction. You had the exact same reaction.
Quarantine life is tearing me apart. All right.
Oh man. I will say though. I just dropped Mario. Oh no. I will say though, after building this set and interacting with it for a bit, I really love this thing. I can say that even more now, that I really do love this thing.
Kirk is a believer.
Yes, I am looking forward to more sets. I'm looking forward to building the rest of the sets and, making all sorts of crazy courses. This is a fun thing. I love it.
So, Brian, what have they done? So when we were, obviously it was still very like beta testing. We did the Mario Championship and everything. What have they done with the app since then in terms of like the challenges and everything? And what are there any new features there? How is that working?
There's no weekly challenges and whatnot, but to my knowledge, they haven't like updated it severely yet. Nothing like super crazy. I haven't booted it up in a while because I've been trying to get back on track with my videos and just everything else, building other things. But yeah, that's what I gather.
Gotcha. Kevin says we need to juggle with Master Builder Dan next time we're at a Brick Fair show. I like that idea.
And yeah, Andrew, you're right. I block out everything as soon as the stream is done. I don't register what happens during the stream, and afterward, I shut down. Nick, as someone who live streams, you probably you understand that to some degree. Like, you'll say something on stream, and then someone a week later will be like, "Hey, remember this thing you said?" And you're like, "What?"
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll forget what I said like 3 seconds later. Like sometimes someone will respond. And they'll be responding to what I said without giving me any context for what I said. And I'll be like, what on earth are you talking about?
Right. Okay, so it's not just me being dumb.
No, because it happens to me too. There's times when I've said stuff on stream or I'm reading a comment and the person's like, something pertaining to the comment again. And I'm like, wait, you asked that? I don't remember that. I get it.
It's just a common live streaming thing, I think, because your brain is in like entertainer mode as well as, doing something and answering question mode. It's like 5 different trains of thought at once.
Exactly. Alrighty.
You're so focused on building, you don't realize what you actually say. Exactly. I say it all the time in my videos. Like when I am speaking in a video doing like gameplay or whatever, it's like just a train of thought that's just going. So like I don't register what I'm actually saying. I just let it flow. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where I fall. And then
you basically just turn your brain off and it's just kind of inane chatter.
Yes, exactly. And I just say whatever I say and hope that it's coherent enough that people enjoy what I'm saying. If not, oh well.
This is the high quality product you get with a Bricks O'Brien stream.
At now, 800,000 subs on Beyond the Brick when your boy guest stars. So there you go.
Right.
Amanda says she thinks it's a common multitasking thing. It totally is, Amanda. And hello.
So, Nick, who are some streamers that you kind of look up to as like someone who's like you feel like is like very well spoken on stream and can handle doing that like multiple things at once, whether it's gaming or any kind of genre? Is there anyone in particular?
Gosh, it's hard because like it's interesting because a lot of the really big streamers They because of just the sheer volume of people they have, it's really hard for them to like be completely engaging with everybody. I do think Dr. Lubo does a good job in that he'll like kind of very often just pick out random things that he sees in the chat and like comment on them if it's like relevant to what they're talking about and such. So he tries to make everyone feel included as much as he can within what's reasonable. But there are like lots of people who do just chatting streams and they're like their pure focus is just on talking to people. Yep. So they do a great job with that, obviously, over there. Trying to think if I can think of anyone else in particular.
A lot of people that are the larger streamers, they actually don't read messages frequently, if at all. And it's to the point where they only read messages if people send in a donation of some kind.
Yep. No, that's very much the case. And I mean, at the same time, like you can't argue with that kind of logic because when you're operating at that scale, like how else can you kind of have a way to filter out what people are, want to talk to you about and stuff. So it's a tough spot to be in a lot of ways.
I know with my stream specifically, I do my best to talk to people and play the game, and the game becomes secondary a lot of the time with my videos and with the streams. So when I'm talking, like trying to be good at the game is like almost impossible. And the way that I am, from what people have told me, it's just like I inherently draw people into the conversation to talk, and the same type of people will talk as if we're talking on Facebook. So like Amanda in the chat is a very frequent commenter in my end of the woods. So she'll talk to me like it's just me and her talking, but so will 25 other people. And I'm following 5 different conversations at one time while playing the game and make sure I'm saying something that isn't dumb. So it's a lot.
I was very impressed the first time I saw you do a gaming stream on Beyond the Brick. I don't know how I could never handle actually playing a game and talking and interacting with chat at the same time. I can barely handle playing a game just by itself. I usually am bad at that.
It requires like just a different frame of mind. And at least with Nick building, like he can focus on the build for a little bit, take a half second, address the chat, go back into it, or it's either mindless enough for him that he's just, going through it, just letting it flow and building. Gaming, it requires like it's the more control depending on what you're playing too. Like if I'm playing Mario Kart, forget about it.
Yeah.
And especially if you're trying to make your stream relatively entertaining. So Brian proved his streaming chops with the Lego Racer stream. Solid evidence that he's a champ. Solid evidence that I can pull something out of thin air and make the best of it, I guess.
Moving on to the Tram now, Brian. Is it a good build?
Yes, I'm liking it so far. I am building the platform and soon the middle section.
Or should I do the town hall building since you're working on that still?
Yeah, if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that. That way we keep the variety, keep the viewers interested.
Yeah, here's the front part of the tram, the monorail, right there. Pretty cool.
Those yellow pieces are all like one big piece, right? Yeah, I see them. See them down here,
right there. And shout out to Nick for sharing what model camera this is, so it can autofocus properly. So like now it's all in focus. Now just this is in focus. Ooh, look at that. Special.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Looks like the San Diego trolley. A little bit. Only yellow, not red. Yeah.
I have PTSD from the San Diego trolleys during Comic-Con and the amount of people they pack on there.
Yeah. Not a lot of social distancing that could have gone on this year.
So, Brian, I think Joseph Sawada asked in the chat, what's the backstory behind how you got involved with Beyond the Brick? So, you tell your side of the story, and I'll tell mine, and we'll see if they line up.
All right, let me grab a tissue real quick so I can alleviate the sinuses.
I'm trying to remember if we've discussed this on streams in the past, kind of how Brian got involved. Have we, Kirk? Okay, Kirk remembers things unlike the rest of us. We probably have, but I think it's been a while, so we can we can go over it again.
Yeah, no, that was like a few episodes ago that you guys talked about it.
When was the first time we met, Kirk? While we're waiting on Brian, I'm trying to. Was
it? First time we
Fair
met
a couple years ago
was actually. It was actually Philly Brickfest. You guys interviewed me at the little live booth thing that you guys had, and I showed. I think it was my house mock that I made. It was a mosaic and some other stuff. That's how we first met, and then after that, it was during. I think it was during one of the charity streams that we did that like live thing. And then the next time in person was at Brick Fair, Virginia.
Gotcha. There you go. Good memory. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the Philly Breakfast thing. We do those live streams, and so many people come and go on the
exactly.
It's hard to remember who all we chat with during that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vision just blended in with the rest of the crowd.
I just blended in, and then a couple years later, somehow I'm a part of the team.
There was definitely something, if we filed you away in the back of our head, this is what we got to work with.
So I'll explain my half of the story with me and Beyond the Brick. So I went to Brick Fair, Virginia last year at the behest of one Kevin A. Hinkle in the chat, who asked me to help out with the process of setting up the show. I was a little bit reluctant to it at first because I'm like, man, that requires effort. I don't know if I want to do that. And I don't love flying. I'll do it, obviously, because I have to, but I don't love it. And I didn't feel like traveling, but I did it anyways. So I went, and after helping out for the day on Saturday, there was the event that happens at, I think, more Lego shows than people might expect, when there comes a point in the night where all the adults get together and load in a bunch of butterbeer and vacation juice to sip on throughout the night. And anyone who is under 21 gets kicked out. So sorry, Kirk. But everyone gets kicked out. And they were... I was at the front of the security desk just building sets that I had gotten from the yard sale. I got a couple Lego movie sets. And apparently, I forget the individual you guys were with, but you were like, hey, the guy that we had, helping us with this tour of the entire show got kicked out because he's under 21.
Yeah, Aiden, who is does a lot of like World War II builds there that we've featured on the channel several times. Yeah, he unfortunately didn't make the cut.
Yeah, right. So you were like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like, sure, why not? I'm on little sleep and I was going to go to bed a half hour from now, but sure, why not? So then we did the second half of the tour of the entire convention floor, or like I did I think 2/3 of it. It was a good chunk.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, and I remember being super tired, but being in that position, I'm like, yeah, of course I'll help you guys out. And we had interacted a couple of times before then, and it was always a positive interaction. So I was like, yeah, of course. So did it, and then I think it was I don't know how it went after that.
So had you never made a video on the channel before that? I thought
no.
Okay, that was okay. I guess I couldn't remember if you'd made any videos for us before that, but I guess not.
No, I think it was just that, and then I think it was the thing in Toronto was the next thing. I think, maybe. I don't know what came, if there was anything else before then.
That might have been it. Yeah, I know there were various one-off videos we've had you work on, but that might have been the very next thing. But yeah, we had interacted enough with you for when we were doing the tour video and needed someone at Brick Fair that I knew you would be entertaining for it and you would do a good job. So,
well, thank you.
I think that's why we reached out to you, because we knew you need someone. Those tour videos are so long, so you need someone who can be entertaining, can talk a while. Talk about a variety of things,
right.
All of the pop culture things that I don't recognize. So that's all helpful.
And another thing that happened, I forgot about this one, Kevin, but you're right. Before that, though, our dear friend Brickwiz dropped the ball and stood us up on the Brick Fair streaming panel. And I asked Brian to fill in next to one. It was John Hanlon.
Oh, yes.
Not Joshua. But yes, that is a part of that I forgot. And that's my favorite thing to do is all right, Brian, you want to do this thing right now? Sure, let's go. All right.
No prep.
Hey, whatever. There was like 5 people in the audience. If I messed it up, whatever, it's fine. It's all good.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I wasn't even streaming for that long when I did that. So a lot of it I was just like basing off of not a ton, but obviously now if that happened it'd be different. But
I want to give a shout out to the mayor in this set, corn cob suit mayor.
there you go.
I love not only is the corn cob awesome, but his shirt says #1 mayor. Well, he's got like a sash that says that on the front of his shirt. This guy's great. This is in rocking it up to like top 5 all-time favorite minifigures right there.
Apparently Joe offered during the Adult Swim, I offered people $250 to steal one of the heads off Sean Kinney's build. No one took him up on it. I'm not saying I would take you up on it, Joe, but I would I'd entertain the idea a little longer than most would.
We do not condone destroying builds at conventions, for the record.
Especially not Sean Kinney, but yeah. Joe, we'll talk.
I remember that night when it was time for me and the others to leave, and I was like, let me just take my mocks, put them, somewhere safe, because I'm like, I've never been to a convention in terms of like, I guess, I'm trying to think, because with Philly, did we leave stuff out, or did I? I think we did leave stuff out. Or either I set my stuff up on the last day or something like that. It's something crazy. But with Virginia, I was like, okay, let me just like put my stuff somewhere safe, where I know it won't get damaged, which I know that is part of the rules, like not to damage anything, but I'm like that type of person that's like overprotective of my builds. But yeah, that was that.
I ended up around trying to find your builds to take off pieces, but I couldn't find them.
Wait, what happened? Oh, of course you were. Of course you were, Josh.
I was gonna take some Marvel minifigures or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, just think about it. Let's see. 2 years from now, I'll be able to actually stay inside the hall. I probably won't participate in any of the special endeavors, but I will be there.
Nick, did Bricks in the Six do anything like that?
No. It was its first year, so I think we were trying to get a little tamer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is controversial. I know, people at Brick Fair and some of the shows that do that kind of get upset, understandably so, because basically, you've got all these younger people who paid the same amount and everything as everyone else to be there, but they basically get kicked out and can't experience the show for a certain amount of time. Yeah. So it is understandably annoying.
The Lego shows are the only time I have heard that being a thing. Like, Kevin explained it to me, and I'm like, why wouldn't everyone just go out to a pub? Like, why are we hanging out in a convention hall? That seems kind of weird, but all right, sure. Cool. But I mean, the people who are there who are younger, like I'm surprised at the entire philosophy of those shows, because they'll be open from like 8 a.m. until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Convention hall. Like that's a lot of time. And if it's just Saturday night from 10 until 2 or something, it's a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like that's not that much,
Like it's not affecting, like for me, it doesn't affect me because like I said, I was there for like pretty much the entirety of the day. So it's like, I don't care. I'm just going to get up and go. But there were some people that I noticed were like, let's try and, trying to hesitate, stay around a bit. And I was like, okay, that's up to you. I'm off back to my hotel room.
Nah, any of those people that think like, oh, we'll just float around. No. Get out.
Yeah, yep. Out.
Gotta get out. That is a very
serious thing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Very big problem. And not for nothing, but those people that are younger would probably be able to pull something off to have a better time than the people just being stupid in the convention hall anyways. Like, I would probably want to hang out with people that were not just getting delirious on vacation juice, especially when I'm not. Like, when I'm at shows like that, like, nah.
It makes for a great time to do tour videos, though, because there's nobody in the hall. Yeah. And usually anyone who is in there, like those Adult Swim nights always take place in one very small area typically. so it makes it really easy to move around and show all the builds.
Until you get the one group who's like,
well, yeah. Sometimes we have to calm people down a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin says, I don't drink either, but I enjoy watching the mayhem from any perch available, which here is always a place to watch. Oh, man.
So I just built this section. Is this supposed to be like a laser field in front of the key? Like a security laser system?
Yeah, I guess like those things that you kind of see in those spy movies and stuff.
The ocean movies?
Yeah, like when you spray like the smoke and then you see all these lasers and all sorts of crazy angles.
Cool idea.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Lego set before. What's it? Kevin had some comment earlier about how they had a personal field trip to get late night ice cream with Brick and Nick.
Huh. There's a really good ice cream place, and I think I don't know if it was me who had actually insisted on it, but we decided as a group to go and get this ice cream. It's called Sweet Jesus, and I do believe it was quite well enjoyed. So I'm glad we got it.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was something everyone could partake in, so it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one from Joe. Joshua, what's the single most absurd thing you've seen at a convention? Mine was some guy offering people money to steal the head off Sean Kinney's mom.
See, I don't participate in a lot of those shenanigans. And
you're a professional, Joshua.
So, therefore, I think I miss out on a lot of those things because that's not typically what I'm involved in at a show.
It's not on brand for the Hanlons.
Correct. It is not on brand.
Me, on the other hand, no, I'm kidding.
Brian, on the other hand,
it's a party animal. Yes, he is.
The butterbeer be flowing. No, it's not.
We just have to wear the Beyond the Brick polo to the parties.
Yes, I will not wear. It'll be an all black outfit. You'll know.
I don't know. I there aren't a whole lot of like crazy absurd things I feel like I've seen at shows. The way I do shows is, a lot of time is spent making videos, so interviewing people, and then just talking to people in general. That's honestly like 80-90% of the time at shows. It's just chatting with people because a lot of the shows is the only time you see these people, so it's just taking the opportunity to see them. So there aren't really, from my perspective, a lot of crazy things happening. I mean, there are builds, things like fall apart while we're recording a video, stuff like that will happen occasionally. I don't know. That's about it. There's nothing too crazy. Sorry to
Brian, you got something in the chat.
Jeff saying, blah, blah, Brian, get some food. You're looking a little skinny around the ears. I'm not looking skinny around the anywhere, but thank you, Jeff. I gotta slim down, man. I gotta be looking nice for this 24-hour live stream,
Jeff says, Lego conventions are basically family reunions, but you want to see these people. That is true. That is true.
I always compare them to family reunions when if I'm talking to like a non-Lego person. I'm like, a lot of these people, it's the only time in the year you see them.
Yeah.
And basically, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how I kind of look at them too.
So here's the first section of the town hall building. The double doors going in, and then the laser field with the key, the key to the city back there.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm so disappointed. No shows are happening this
year.
Exactly.
All
the people I've met through, obviously getting to know, you guys a lot better in the room here, and a lot of people in the chat. I feel like it would be just a lot more eventful if I went to a show now.
And that's why I feel like a lot of people are definitely going to be anticipating conventions if they happen next year.
It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to literally. I don't know about the mocks and anything else. I don't even care about that. I just mean people.
Everyone's just going to be excited to see one another again. I think that's the main thing.
It has been very difficult not seeing people.
Yes, it has.
There will be a lot of tackle hugs I give out next time.
Hey, who's that guy running towards me? Is that Bricks O'Brien? Oof. Oh, no. I just... Oh, man. Conventions that they do go through.
Jeff says, I'm assuming this is in reference to me not getting involved with, like, the shenanigans at conventions. He says I was raised by a good family from Indiana, like he was.
Oh, man.
Joseph Zawada hopes there's a fight at the next LEGO convention.
That's God.
That's how much pent up energy it's going to be there.
He's just going to be egging everybody on.
All right, I want Sean Kenny's head, and I want to fight. Who's up?
Brian, round 2 for the Lego Super Mario Championship in person.
You kidding me? Absolutely.
Actual fight.
That would be awesome. We would give out a sizable reward to the winner.
You know what we need to do? We need to create a life-size course that me and Brian can physically collect coins from.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my, that would be interesting. That would be.
Oh man, that would be dope.
Yeah. Studios.
There's got to be some quality beyond the brick content next show. That
there needs to be.
And I feel like Brian could wear the Mario costume. I could go Luigi probably.
That would be amazing.
I'm a bit more on the portly and probably shorter side, so that probably makes sense.
Actually, Brian, how tall are you?
5'9".
Dang it.
How tall are you?
5'8".
Aw, dang it.
I couldn't remember from that one time we were in person together whether or not you were taller.
the one time in person 2 years ago, 3 years ago, probably.
Yeah, that was Brick World.
Yeah. That seems like a decade ago.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yep. At the end is the true prize. Joseph Zawada dressed as Princess.
Oh, no.
I can't think of a more rewarding prize, Joe. I would be ecstatic.
Oh.
Princess Peach.
And by that point, let's hope there's a Princess Peach UCS set. We can both build it together. It'd be amazing.
I'm going to go now.
You just see Nick like slowly back off to like one of the brick built pipes and just go down into it. Oh man.
I think the princess will truly be in another castle at that point.
I certainly hope she is.
Milan says, I feel like I don't want to torture my eyes like that.
Hey, you don't know quality content when you see it, all right?
It'd be amazing to do like you get one of those big inflatable like obstacle course things and it's Mario, but it's Mario.
I actually have an inflatable Luigi costume that I used for my Luigi's Mansion 3 playthrough. I already have it. It's amazing.
There you go.
Interesting.
Zawada will plant a nice kiss on Brian's cheek before baking him a cake. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. There we go. No, it's a kiss on the nose, Kevin. It's on the nose in Mario 64.
Yes.
I think
Gotta
it's the nose.
get it game accurate.
Right, exactly. Has to be game accurate. I'm switching over to the square. So I'm gonna probably leave the build. The building I'll probably do last.
You can decide on the backstory for the statue.
Yes, I will think of something. But yeah, we got to come up with a content strategy handbook for the next convention. I already know I want to do the Lego Racers YouTuber Gauntlet. Have like a content creator championship.
Yes.
Do a cup.
So it'll be
maybe elimination bracket.
Yes, I'm talking all the heavy hitters that are there. Everyone. I don't care who it is. Everyone. Get them all involved.
God. Okay. So who's this? Sarah says I'm Peach, which would be me. Brian is Bowser, and Joshua is Mario.
No, Mario was already taken. I'm Toad.
Yeah.
Toad's my favorite character.
You definitely invoke the Toad.
Yeah.
I think I could do Toad very nicely.
Yes, I agree.
Toad's actually my favorite character too, Josh. So good choice.
Excellent taste.
Studio asking, Brian, you still feeling the hotness from the spicy pickles? I'm not, but I did show off earlier before you were here, Brickton, that I did show off the pickles here. And I said, if anybody did a quote unquote crazy super chat, I would divulge. So Ash Daddy has not obliged. So it's on standby. So I know I'm going to bring the spicy pickles to a show. We got to have a Lego Racers Gauntlet, Super Mario rematch. We'll come up with something.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a good time.
Nick, did you have an idea for a different show you would go to besides Brick World Chicago if you were to go to any other?
I mean, I'd love to do like all of them.
Yeah, all of them. That's my idea.
Like I've never done Brick Fair or BrickCon, so it would be dope to get those two big ones in per se.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But
I'd say Brick Fair is the one you should prioritize if you had any of them, because you could at least see.
I definitely would. It's a lot closer to me too. So
that's true. Brick World isn't that far, right? In Toronto?
Not technically, no. And there's the mechanism there. Nice.
Wait, sorry, I think I missed that. You show that one more time, Nick.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm loving some of the stuff on the wall though. I still gotta make some adjustments on that.
Okay.
It's looking all right.
So in Fall Guys, do you win a game by getting to a certain finish line, or is it just being the last one alive who hasn't been knocked down or knocked over?
It depends on the game. So like your goals, there are usually multiple rounds. I think the minimum you can go through is 3. And then the final game could be something like a race to a finish. The main one that's a race to the finish has like a crown that you need to jump at and grab. Then there are like survival ones where you may need to be the last person left on a platform that has like spinning bars that are trying to knock you off. There's another one where you're like jumping from platform to platform and they slowly fall away as you jump on them. So the last person kind of jumping around still. And then I think the only other one is called it's called Tail Grab, where you need to be the last person holding onto a tail that you can grab from other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there are a lot of variations and such.
I think I saw a tweet from you with the one with the bars, somebody winning with the bars going around.
Yeah, yeah. Andrew just did that first time.
I saw that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really fun game though, like just super silly. Yeah, just good times.
Yeah.
It's not too competitive either, because you can get good at the game. There is some skill to it, but there's also the randomness factor.
Yeah.
So as much as you want to try to be the best you can be, you'll always find someone to potentially get jank with you and toss you off. So it's a good random factor too.
Yep. Agreed.
You guys always have such good suggestions for games to play, and I'm very bad at following up and actually playing anything.
We'll get you there eventually.
Well, yeah, we'll get you up to snuff, you know? So this statue looks like Robin Hood. So if Robin Hood was the one stealing from the rich to fund the town, then that could probably be it.
But he's in handcuffs, so it's got to be like a negative. It's got to be like someone who was doing something bad, and the town put it up as like a warning.
I mean, I feel like there could be monuments that could invoke like, hey, this is what it was perceived as in the time period. You know, this is wrong. I don't know.
That's true. You know, I like the sword in front of it also has the idea of like sort of a surrender. So it's like he was captured and then that's his sword.
Yeah.
He was captured.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's cool though. The Forest Min sets are some of my one of my all-time favorite themes. So
yeah, I have this very bad habit of going onto Bricklink at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just go on random stores and I'm like,
before or after you shave your head at 1 in the morning.
This is after. And I'm always like, man, what's on like what are the prices for some like classic stuff, just to like educate myself. And like all of the like the different tribe based things, the forestman stuff, it's really expensive. People love that stuff, man. I didn't grow up with it, but I know that people still love it to this day.
Yep, it's very popular. You get those cool printed base plates with the rivers.
Yep. Exactly.
Comes with a like a rubber seagull piece. It's not plastic.
Ooh. Very cool. Joe says, I want to get into collecting the Orient Expedition sets. They were always my favorite. I actually built a couple of them not too long ago. I found a good deal on Bricklink. A seller was selling a bunch of them, and they're really cool. That was one of my first themes I ever got as a kid. I really want to get the big ones. So there's like a not Taj Mahal Scorpion Palace, and there's a giant temple, like the Dragon Fortress or something, but that goes for like $300 used. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot. Never mind. Lego Joe says, can I donate $1,000? If you donate $1,000 to the super chat and that goes into a Chick-fil-A gift card to me, I will down that entire jar of pickles right now. The entire thing.
Oh, wow.
Anything less, I do nothing.
I've been making it too easy for you to get the lunch money. Should I be giving challenges?
I mean, you could.
No, you work hard enough, you know.
Do I? Yeah, no, I do. I put a lot of effort into what I do. Thank you. I need to have some amount of self-respect. A little bit. Yeah, the palace had a really cool black and gold dragon.
I remember that. That set was so cool. I love those like the chrome armor pieces and stuff. Oh, yeah. That was my jam growing up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
A lot of window construction in this set.
How's it looking over there, Kirk?
I'm having a very good time.
So what are you working on?
I am just rearranging the course around in different sort of orientations and just messing around with it. That's
Cool.
I just really like the whole interaction between the special stickers, like how responsive it is. It's very responsive. I like that. All right, give me a second. I'm going to, if I can find out where I put it in.
You're looking stumped, Nick.
Yeah, I know like I could build this better. I just don't have the pieces, and it's just frustrating when you know like the pieces arguably do exist. They're actually relatively rare, not in a lot of new sets. And it's like I don't have them handy right now and I need to finish this, but I know it's not up to like the standard that I want it.
Yeah.
Just like this looks okay. But it's not like particularly structurally sound. It's got some things I don't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how can I make it better with what I have on hand?
Gotcha.
Isn't that the most aggravating thing when you know there's pieces you need, but you don't have them?
This is where I'm like, I should just stick to digital building.
Right.
It is. I definitely have that like a lot with different projects.
You know, I think I just need to change my approach. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, something interesting. I forgot. I think they actually posted this morning or so on there's a motorcycle. Go away, motorcycle. So Lego posted on their Instagram, I'm not sure if they did it on Twitter, about their collaboration that's coming up soon with Levi's. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that seems like such a weird one.
It does. I'm curious to see what exactly this is. Hopefully, we won't have any Instagram kids spoiling anything. Hopefully, it'll just be a surprise this time.
Those kids know nothing, Kirk.
They know nothing. They know nothing. Someone's going to post it, and I'm just going to be very annoyed and just feeling, okay, well, when Lego reveals
those same Instagram kids keep telling me we're getting Mario 3D remasters coming any day now. And I'm like, all right, stop. Stop
just it. Cut it out. Oh, man.
Stop playing with my emotions. Doesn't that just make you filled with joy, Kirk?
It does.
See you later.
He's just like so much fun.
Right?
Like so much fun. Like really. I hope we get like a Luigi too. That would just...
I would like to change my official stance on that matter. On the record.
Okay.
Is this an amendment to the video you made a while back?
It is an amendment.
Okay.
The amendment being that I don't believe that Lego would come out with multiple power-up suit packs and have Mario on the title and on the hat. There's a big red M. And if you put that hat on Luigi and had the same power-ups, that wouldn't make sense, and Nintendo wouldn't want that in terms of the consistency with the brand.
Yeah.
So they would have to come out with all Luigi-themed suits for all of the things. They're not going to do that. So I think it's just going to be Mario. That's it.
Ooh.
For that reason and that reason only. Because then if you do Luigi, then you would have to probably do Peach. And then why wouldn't you have done Bowser or Toad? So I think they're just going to do Mario. That. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I could understand that. And I guess that also makes sense because it's not Super Mario Bros. It's just Super Mario.
Sure.
So that makes sense. Darn it, Brian.
I know, right? I listen. I think about this all the time. I got nothing else to think about, so I might as well.
Yeah. You really just
because you got to think of it from this like marketing. You got to get in the heads of these people, thinking like, all right, the brand consistency. Yeah, I hate but it makes sense, doesn't it?
The boardroom table.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
It does.
Again, I know nothing. I'm just guessing.
And it's already Mario, but we did get Yoshi and Toad, and Luigi was in Super Mario, I believe.
But they are not in brick-built interactive form.
Yeah. Jeff says, I'm going to disagree completely. I think that Luigi is going to happen with his own sets and upgrades in regards to the Mansion series that can interact with the Mario stuff. It's more money.
So the way that I would disagree with you on that, Jeff, is because of what I see at the Lego store that is sold out. So when I go there, I obviously see the shelf full of all the Mario stuff. The things that are left are the suits in plethora. So people are not buying the suits as frequently as anything else because the way that Lego is marketing it is like you should buy the starter course, one suit, and one expansion pack, and that is a complete Mario thing, right?
Yeah.
So people aren't buying multiples of the suits, and if you already have Mario with one or all of the suits, in theory, you should be able to plug in, these fictitious Luigi suits, and they work, or use Luigi with the other Mario suits, but Nintendo wouldn't want that because you're not going to have Mario's outfit on Luigi. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So that's why I think that won't happen. I would love a Luigi like that, but I think by the point of them doing a Mansion series, I think they would go into minifigures. And I would prefer that, and I think you would too.
Yeah. Does he say Lego Mario time? Yes.
Yeah, when you turn them on.
Watch all of Brian's videos. If that's enough for you, go watch all of Nick's videos. You'll have all your questions answered.
Joseph, if you want a Rosalina, you're probably going to get it in a minifigure, probably not in brick built form.
Oh, that's cool. It tells you how much battery you have left. 80% battery. Okay. Wait, why did it say 78? Why does it keep going back and forth?
Did you already break it?
No, I don't think so. It just keeps going up and down. It's like 78, 80%, then 77%.
That's what you get when you buy Denny's brand batteries.
Look, I had to take them out of my whatchamacallit. Where is it? This thing over here. The battery box thing from Power Functions, because I apparently do not have any AAAs lying around the house still, and so I need to pick some more up once the stream is over or whatever. Because this guy is probably going to use a lot of those.
Vision goes in and gets a stack of pancakes and some AA's.
Like any reasonable American would.
Absolutely. Total coins collected 145. Nice. Okay.
Oh, Brian, did you see that? There was somebody who posted on Facebook or something. It was like just like a conveyor belt, automatic conveyor belt of Mario characters, and then they just placed the Mario above it so that it continually scanned as the characters rotated by.
I didn't see that. No.
Oh, I should have sent it to you.
That sounds cool, though. Yeah, because you can pretty much just do that.
Right.
If you really wanted to. If Lego does Luigi, they should mold some studs into the pants and then make a brick-built vacuum so you can attach it to those studs. I just think by that point they're gonna do minifigures. Like they're not gonna like I can see it in my head if they did a Mario Kart set and you placed like Mario in it or next to the course and it makes all sorts of sounds and it just works. But like they're not gonna make more of these brick built characters because like they could make another starter course with Luigi. I think they should, but I don't know. That's above my pay grade, pretty much.
You don't have to market all of their products for them.
No, I would love to, but I don't have to. If I could somehow get a plane ticket to, if I had a plane ticket to Denmark, I would rappel into Lego HQ at like 2:05 in the morning. Not bring my phone and just like sneak into the Mario room and just look at stuff. And I would tell no one what I saw. I would tell no one what I saw, but I would just want to see things and be like, all right, I can rest easy now. I don't need to put it on Instagram. Oh, it's good. You don't need to do that.
Brian just wants to be able to sleep soundly at night for
exactly. By any means necessary. Either with more Chick-fil-A, more iced coffee, Lego Mario information. I don't care about anything else. All right. This stuff, it's great. Fantastic. Lego. Thank you for sending it to Beyond the Brick in turn. Josh for sending it to me. You know what I mean? So.
Now, in regards to the instruction format, it being digital, for me, and I get why people would like paper instructions for this sort of thing. But for me, I think the digital instructions actually work much better. And the reason why is because in certain areas of the build, from what I was paying attention to, in certain areas, the way it's shown on the screen, if you weren't able to rotate that, because on paper you can't rotate like it around in the sort of the sense of how you're able to with digital. And so I feel like that's where the digital kind of does much better at, because you can get it at a certain angle to see how are you going to place this piece there to make sure that it's in the right spot. It gives you more accessibility with that. So I kind of like the concept over the paper.
Jeff says, look at Brian muting himself like a polite gentleman to get the parts out, Nick.
Hey, that was an accident.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Gosh darn.
I apologize profusely.
It didn't even bother me, to be honest. I was like, okay, I heard something, but I was so busy building the set, so it kind of slipped by me. But It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Big deal if you make one of it.
So Kirk, how's that thing you're cooking up in your kitchen?
Ooh, that thing. That thing is going much. It's actually right up there on the shelf, but it's going.
For people that don't know what it is.
For people that don't know what it is, I was approached by Lego. This was, I think, last month now, or no, not last month, but
yes, technically last.
Well,
month, yeah,
2 months is what I meant to say. 2 months ago. Now I was reached out by Lego. Good old people in Denmark asked me if I would be interested in working on a project for their upcoming collaboration, which is now revealed to be, Lego collaborating with IKEA. And they're making these storage containers that allow you to, attach your pieces and stuff onto it and store stuff inside, whether it be pieces or different items around your household. Say it's stuff on your desk or anything else that you find important to put inside these containers. So they reached out to see if I would like to work on this project, take some photos of some stuff that I would build for the containers and make a video on it as well. So that's what I've been working on for the past 2 months now. Well, starting recently. Past 2 months was waiting for the stuff to arrive, but recently that's what I've been working on. So currently, and I actually want to give a huge thanks to Brian because I was feeling a bit nervous about this when the stuff arrived, and I talked with Brian actually the other night. And he was just like, "Well, what exactly is it that they're looking for? What exactly is it that you're looking to do?" Talked about it with him, and I came up with, "Oh, Jeff, that we know that's not happening. That's never happening on the channel. I released the one from the original movie. That's never happening." Gosh darn it. But no. So I started yesterday. No, I think it's 2 days ago now. That I started. No, it was yesterday, actually. That I started on this, and I got pretty far. I'm gonna try not to cause this to fall over. But what I started off with was this robot idea. So basically, I'm taking 3. They sent me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of the containers. There's different sizes. And so I took 3 of them. And this is I guess this would be considered medium sized. And this one at the bottom is the smaller size. This is the large size. There's 2 more boxes over here. One of them is the same small size and the other one is larger than this one. But I put some stuff together. I'm still working on it. Still a work in progress. But this is the first concept that I'm going with first. And then I'm going to take the photos and stuff of this guy. There's stuff I'm going to plan to put inside there once I finish with the exterior of it, because that's the main focus of the product or the project.
That was really great, dude.
Thank you.
And so it's not a competition or anything. It's you trying to showcase what it is.
Exactly. Basically, that's what it is. It's just a way to explain how you can use the boxes, kind of show how you can use the boxes. It's not just for you to put stuff in there, and it's just like these regular old white-looking boxes. It's not that. You can do more with it. So that's why I like this project, and that's why I'm kind of looking forward to getting it complete. I think it's a pretty cool concept. I like it.
We are all very excited to see what you do with it going forward.
Thank you.
Stacy in the chat says, "Brian, your hair is thinning." It's actually not. And I say that because my hair is very curly. So what happens is it looks very thin like this. It all gets clumped together. But then eventually my hair does grow fully in. Trust me.
There's always some saga ongoing with Brian's hair.
Yeah, right. Brian, your hair's thinning. You got a bald spot. Jeff, all right, I hear you. We get it.
Kevin says, "Did Vision just say con sarn it? He's fully ascending into the 80s. No, I said gosh darn it, Kevin. I said gosh darn it. I give Kirk all these great ideas for mocks, and just like my ex-wife, he destroys my soul." I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. Maybe one day. No disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect, but when I visited Kirk's channel, he sounds like a top 10 type of YouTuber. What do you mean?
Why would that be offensive anyway?
He sounds like
an awesome compliment.
I didn't even realize that was a genre of like. Well, I mean, top 10 videos are, but like a person who sounds like a top 10. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Excuse me, Kirk, but don't take any offense. But your content's great.
That's what I'm like. Wait, I'm reading the comment. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? How is that disrespectful?
What are you talking about?
No, I mean, basically with my videos, oh God. Okay, so Alyssa says no disrespect, but Kirk is the goat, and then Jeff says
that about everyone except Joshua and me.
She's never told me that.
But no, like with my content, I kind of aim towards, at least for the stuff I've recently been doing, kind of adding that sort of info sort of thing going on there to kind of share some knowledge on what it is that I'm displaying. So if it's a mock, for example, the Oz mock, I gave a bit of information in regards to the Wizard of Oz, what it is. So in the case that there is someone who, for some reason, has not seen the movie or seen the show or doesn't know what this thing is about, they kind of have a bit of an info that may even, build that interest in them to say, let me actually go check this thing out. So that's one of the reasons why I do that. And also because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of hard for me not to dive into talking about the actual reference with it, because that's just what I kind of care about too, along with what it is that I'm building. So I don't know. That's just, like Jeff said, infotainment. Exactly. That's basically what my content has been lately in regards to that.
There's a lot of like weird passive aggressive compliments in the chat happening now.
Kevin Hinkle says, I don't want to offend you, Brian, but you're a decent human being. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I hope we can move past this. Says it with little stats too, I feel like, I'm just sorry.
Which are clear and precise. Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how it is. Like, I do try to add a bit of fun into it, but I do also try to keep it where I'm sharing some sort of knowledge on the subject for the people watching. Top 10 people get joked on a lot and are being seen as lazy and annoying. That's not what I think of you, Kirk. You're awesome. Thank you, Milan. Thank you. Thank you. I definitely don't try to do it as where it's just listing stuff, because that seems for me just like not boring, but where it's just like, okay, I'm listening to this, but it's not really what I care to listen to. I kind of want some sort of extra substance there, where it's not just I like this thing, I like that thing, I like this thing, I like that thing, videos over with. That's not what I do in my videos. I go with, this is what I've done here, trying to explain the technique, trying to explain a bit of backstory there, and then the video is over with. That's kind of what I go for.
Completely unrelated to this discussion, Kirk, we're going to have you make a bunch of top 10 videos after this.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I mean, I've done a couple of them. If you want to offload them to Kirk, go ahead. I got stuff I got to do.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Brian has made some good videos like that for us.
Yes.
I have. And I try not to do like the it's tougher on some subjects, but I don't try to be like, oh, hey, here's this thing. All right, moving on.
Yeah, like that. I just feel like that's just there's no connection there. It's just like you're just listing stuff just to list it and then call it a day. Like, that's why I try to have a connection with the videos and the content that I make. That's why I do it the way I do it.
Yeah, for me, the hardest one was like when John was like, hey, can you do this like Technic top 10 video? And I'm like,
oh, oh no.
But, and I did it, but it wasn't like, the Star Wars one was a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
But, I aggravated people with the Technic video because I accidentally mispronounced like things in the pronunciation of words. So it was like, oh.
Gotcha. At Vision Bricks, top 10 video idea. Why I hate top 10 videos. Oh, man.
Thank you, Nicholas in the chat for the $5 super duper chat. Appreciate it. He just says I.
Not a real extensive message. Just wanting us to know he's here. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. It's appreciated. It's never required or expected for people to super chat. However,
Ryan doesn't eat if you don't.
Yeah, I starve, and I have to eat these spicy pickles if you don't. Yeah, maybe to show a bit of disrespect. Brian doing the top 10 Technic set was super weird. Hilarious, but super weird. Jeff, you should see some there's a nice piece of content coming out soon for Beyond the you're gonna like that one. It's gonna be good stuff.
Oh no. What is this? Now I'm concerned.
I guess you didn't see it. The Harry Potter video, the minifigure video.
I have not seen any of that.
Oh, Joshua. Joshua, it's a gem. It's a gem.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. You can ask John about it. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I'm very excited to see the reception on that one.
Here's where I'm at with the whoops. Parts are falling out the back.
Here's what I'm at with the whoops.
The town hall build.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
It needs one other tower on the other side.
Nice.
So I see the chat is definitely going for just a full-on conversation about top 10 videos now.
Real quick, this is a Super Mario piece for the hamburger patty here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the little the base
Yeah.
things? Oh,
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, Kevin put a $5 super chat and says "am." So we have "am." Who's gonna fill it in with a $5 super chat? Who's gonna complete the sentence?
Whoa. This is the way to get the super chats flowing.
There we go. We can all have one word per sentence.
God.
But what were you saying? Who was I interrupted somebody, I think.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
There we go.
What a way to finish it off.
Oh man. No, I was just reading a comment. I saw that Awesome Recreation said that I should do a top 10 video on the worst top 10 videos. Oh God.
If you put my Technic video anywhere in there, I promise you.
And at number 1, we've got Bricks O'Brien.
Oh man.
This guy just lacks inspiration. I swear.
I don't even want to get into why this video is just my worst or my least favorite. It's no.
Good. And for number 1 with this video, it's actually the top 10 reasons this is my number 1.
Oh, God. We'll get into the other 9 reasons later, but let's just
get progressively more meta with everything.
Oh, man. Oh. Jeff says, "Look, I could have do another $5." Oh man.
It would have been nice if it was 501 though. That would have looked good. Dope.
Top 10 BTB videos by Vision. Oh man. Wait, has there been a video like that on the channel where you guys have done like I guess top 10 conventions or like videos or something like that?
Brian has done maybe 3 or 4, maybe top.
No, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the compilations you guys do. Of like,
right,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, we do some compilations. We'll do like top 10 Star Wars or top 10. Yeah, some of the videos actually do very, very well. So it's great because we can like repackage the content and it's good for new. We repackage a lot of our older videos into those, so it's nice because a lot of newer viewers haven't seen that stuff because it's so deep in the channel. So it's actually a good way for a lot of new people to see some of the cool old builds we've covered.
Mm-hmm. I just realized that Brian has Mario. Oh God. Vision Bricks, if you keep asking things like that, then you're probably gonna do one. Yeah. Here's the thing though. I actually did do. I have done, I think, 1 or 2 top 10 videos in my past. They're not on the channel anymore because at that time I was doing it for sort of like filler content because I wasn't able to make any mods or anything at that time. And that's when I did kind of dive into that a bit. But those videos are no longer on the channel. It was just like about, I think it was top 10 Marvel sets or something that I like, kind of why I like them, and then something in regards to minifigures as well, I believe. But those videos aren't up on the channel anymore. When Brian gets back, I just remembered something. When Brian gets back, he can actually share his input on that video that he watched the other day. Ah, there he is. Wow, I just mentioned Brian's name and then he just pops up.
Are you pulling your own pieces in while you're doing the Mario builds at all? Are you customizing anything yet?
Not just yet, because I have some more Mario stuff over in these boxes that I want to kind of get building later on. So once I've like finished like building the stuff and then testing it out, then I'll start incorporating whatever pieces that I have to add it into the build. And
for the sake of the audience here, I will be taking a break from the town hall. I'm going to build this bad boy.
Nice.
Because Josh was working on the town hall. I figure why not keep it.
Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. Do we have time for me to finish this and the Tram? I guess so. I think we can do that.
2 hour for yeah. Vision Bricks, when are you going to do a Snapship tutorial for BTB? Snapship? Is he talking about Snap? Or is he talking about something else?
No idea.
I have no idea either.
So wait, Kirk, what were you going to ask me?
Oh, I was going to ask you to share with the audience your opinion on that video that you saw the other day. The video. Yeah, that video.
So it threw me off what the subject matter was.
Okay. So to answer that question, he's not here to explain it. But basically, the subject matter isn't really like based on anything. It's just like him kind of making a compilation of all the stuff that he's doing up to the process of him making or finishing his mocks, basically. And so he kind of puts everything together to just showcase like the whole process of what happened while he was building it, and then he kind of makes it as an extra bit of content, basically.
Who does this?
It's a channel by the name of the Jackhammer. So yeah. And he like does these he's not making content at the moment because like he's busy getting ready to go to college and stuff starting next year or whatever. But he in the past was working on these videos called like build logs, where basically he takes footage of like everything that he does in the process of making the mock up to it being complete and then making the final video on it.
Sounds like some cool content.
Yes. But Brian, you go ahead and explain the rest.
No, so there was Amanda Holm appeared in my chat and was like, hey, I was watching this video and then I just randomly saw Kirk dancing. And I'm like, what? So then I had her send me the link afterward. And Kirk at the end of this guy's video was just singing Justin Bieber, lip syncing it. I messaged Kirk afterward. I'm like, why are you doing this? And why are you not doing this on the quarantine cast? So I was very thrown off. But.
Oh, man.
Have you been holding back on us, Vision?
Unfortunately so. I have not danced on a video since, besides that, last time I did that was on my channel. I've done it 1, 2, 3. I've done it 3 times. It's been very dispersed. It hasn't been all in one go or in like frequency, but those videos are no longer on the channel. I took them down way before I reached the 1,000 subscriber mark, and everyone's been asking me about when will there be a Vision Brick Shuffle 2? Probably never. Because that's what it was called. It was called the Vision Brick Shuffle, and it was just me dancing to a bunch of like random songs from like the 80s and some other stuff. And that video is no longer on the channel. I took it down. Yeah. I have the video. I have the video on a flash drive, and that's where it will stay. That is exactly where it will stay.
I think we found out where Brian needs to rappel into next.
Oh, God.
Just thinking? I can do it.
The Vision HQ.
Oh, God.
Oh, I need to rappel into there. Yeah.
Just come over and just try hunting down the mysterious flash drive that has the file. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Oh, man.
For clarification, I'm building the Frankenstein brick head which is from the Universal Monsters line, which is a very random drop from Lego. Very surprised that that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm
interesting. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because aren't they doing that thing that's going to be coming out soon, whenever it's supposed to come out, with the music stuff with Universal?
Yeah, you're right.
So that does make sense why that's a thing.
Well, I didn't realize Universal Monsters was a brand they were pushing. So
yeah.
Oh, this is weird. Okay,
mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
Is this the first in that line?
Yes.
Mm.
So
Studio.
We're gonna have who else? Like not the wife of Frankenstein, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, the Bride of Frankenstein. That's a thing.
Yeah. Nick is done.
Ooh. Nice.
I think it looks a little cleaner than the other one. I don't love that there's like corners on it, but it looks clean at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
There you go.
So what's that wall made out of then? So it's like indented back there with tiles in it?
Yeah, so there's like snot bricks that are behind these.
Okay.
They're just chilling at an angle. That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the only way I could think of to have like a cleaner looking stripe.
Yeah.
With what I have on hand anyways.
Studio Brickton says, "Oh yes, that is why you don't lose to darts." Yeah, that's what happened. I lost in a game of darts. That's what happened. Alyssa says 100K subscriber shuffle.
Yes.
Maybe.
I would get behind that.
Maybe 10K. Maybe I don't know. I think 10K is decent enough to do that, or 5K. It's like halfway to 10K. Something that's like close to a major goal. I will not be doing it at like 1,500 subscribers or anything like that. Here's the thing. I was supposed to do it when I hit 1,000, but I didn't do it. And the reason why is because I got caught up with a bunch of other content and stuff. And so that's why it never happened. The 1,000 subscriber video, like thank you video, that never happened either. So sometimes I do kind of feel bad about it because I'm like, I did say I was going to do that, but I never did it. But I'm like, well, things happen. So eventually, the next, I guess, big milestone or whatever for me, I'll do a video, and maybe there will be a part 2 to the shuffle. Maybe. We'll see. I just realized we have not talked about food. Did we not get to that segment of
No, we had the food segment.
We did?
When Brian was lamenting the lack of 24-hour establishments in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is one. That reminds me. Bulva's in Boston, the bakery. Yes. That is not a chain, though. That is a place.
Okay. Gotcha.
You need an actual food place, though. It's weird. Like, it's like you said, there's like the donut place and like bakeries, but there's no actual place to get like real food.
They have calzones and pizza. They have there.
Okay.
Bakery. So yeah, you can get stuff. Don't say Ellis. Can somebody get this comment off my screen? Alyssa said Denny's. Get this out. No, I'm gonna delete this comment. I don't want it.
You don't like Denny's? I got great breakfast.
I want this comment off. Goodbye. Just that one. I will abuse my moderator power.
You can do that. You know, you get one abuse of power every stream.
Kirk, I can't delete your comment.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Okay. All right.
That's why I did it. You can't do anything about that.
I don't want to be here anymore. I just built Diagon Alley and be done.
Oh man, can't do anything about my comment, Brian. Oh man, no, I haven't been there in a while. Anyhow,
I always like Denny's whenever I make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for me, let's see. You have Denny's, you have IHOP, you have Waffle House. Waffle House, I've only been there I think like once in my life. It was all right. not somewhere I would care to go to again. And what else? IHOP, I've been there several times. I think normally for me when I go to IHOP, it's never like really pancakes because I think it's mainly because of the time that we go. And so for me, it's normally like the appetizer platter where it's like the onion rings, the mozzarella sticks, and I can't remember what the other thing that was.
You got to get the pancakes. That's their pancake creation.
Yeah, I've had their pancakes, and I do like them. I've had the pancakes. I think the one place though that I've been to where I can say like I got filled off of their pancakes and wasn't like looking for more it's a place called Shoney's, and I went there when I was in Georgia for someone's graduation, and that place, their pancakes were very filling, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't think I can finish the rest of them.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, that's when you know it's like really, really good.
Kevin says, let Brian take you to Regina Pizza in downtown Boston. Mama Sauce. He's ready to go back.
Oh, was that photo with the pizzas from their...
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. It looked good.
It's such good pizza. So for the stream, that'll be where I get my pizza from. Not in Boston, but there's like a location closer that they have, pizza you can order. That will be where I get pizza from. It is so good. And Kevin can vouch. It was very good pizza.
I gotta make it out to Boston there. We gotta figure out a way to do it.
Get something going logistically so you can justify it on the tax write-offs because it's for business. Right. We can have a meeting about something. We can meet and just
It's a team building time. There doesn't even have to be a particular.
I've been on those trips before. Yeah, team building. That's
morale booster.
Yeah, that's it. Right. Right. Exactly.
I definitely am looking forward to more of those videos you guys were doing where you guys would go to different builders, like their houses or their homes, to interview them in their studio. Yeah. Like the one person, I can't remember which one it was, but I think the lady had like a bunch of like a ton of pieces. I think it was the one that was working on the How to Train Your Dragon display or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that one. That was my favorite video of that type of content.
One of our most popular of that series, and her house and collection are just insane.
Insane, yeah, it is.
Do we need a Bricks O'Brien studio tour?
No. I mean, it's pretty small.
Do you ever record tours of your setup?
I'm never like satisfied with how everything looks, so I haven't. Like right now, still all the Mario sets are on a table, fold-out table over here. There's a bunch of wires that are just like in bins over here. It looks better every day. And when Kevin was over, I cleaned it up beforehand, so him and Joey had it at least look presentable. But no, I'm never satisfied with how it looks. But this background being here is a good addition. But nah, you don't really need to. If you did a tour of like all of the correspondent studios, toss mine in there, obviously, but not for like a dedicated video.
Yeah, same thing for me. Like honestly,
here's my bedroom. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's just like like it's just one thing. It's no extra sort of area. It's just all right here. So it's like I don't know. I still have stuff that I'm like looking to add to it, and people keep asking me, "Hey, do a room tour video." I'm just like, not yet. Because this room is definitely nowhere near finished.
For reference, here is the completed Universal Monsters Frankenstein brickhead.
Oh, geez, you did that fast.
Yeah. Okay. It's a cool Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty, it's all gray, so it's like black and white, like Universal Monsters, from back in the day.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna get the Mummy, Swamp Creature, Bride of Frankenstein. All those things, I would assume, over time.
Probably like more towards the Halloween season.
Yeah. I always appreciate Lego doing anything spooky. So the Haunted House being available this year, this being available. There's a smaller this set as well. This thing here, it's like a hayride. That's a new set. So I have that as well. I really like the printing on the figure, so I could build that another time probably.
He's definitely giving me like a lot of Herman Munster vibes.
Yes.
But yeah, exactly. He does.
So Joshua, you're going up until you finish the train. Is that correct?
That's the final part of it. So that'll be the whole build for me. So I'll just finish out. Yeah, I thought about stopping before that, but I think we'll just finish it out today.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Where did Balloon Pikachu go? That's a great question, Alyssa. I dismantled Balloon Pikachu after Brick Fair, Virginia, because I brought it to put on display with Kevin's stuff. It ended up getting smashed, and then I took all the parts apart, and I actually have ideas for what projects I'm going to do next. So I built Lego type pixelated structures like Kevin did, and this one is Togepi from Pokemon. So I built this a little while ago. Updated the color scheme from the gold and silver sprite work. So I ordered a bunch of pieces from France from this one guy who has all these 1x1 plates, like super cheap. I ordered way too many, but I ordered enough. I ordered enough to make like a really crazy big Pokemon from Gen 4. So very excited about that. Surfing Pikachu for Pokemon Snap. So what I actually thought about was back in the day when I was first making Balloon Pikachu, I'm like, all right, I can order enough yellow and blue to make either Surfing Pikachu or Balloon Pikachu. And I debated between the two, and I went with Balloon Pikachu because I liked Balloon Pikachu in Pokemon Snap better than Surfing Pikachu. And you also get more points in Pokemon Snap for the balloon variant over surfing. So that's why I went with it. Fun fact for you. Thank you, Andrew, for the compliment.
Alyssa, you still rocking the Pikachu mug that you had? That was impressive. So Nick, any next video games you have in mind for builds?
Video games for builds. I have a Super Mario build that I started before the Fall Guys hype hit, and I really need to get back to that. So, yeah.
Going back to the classics.
Indeed.
She says freaky because she's using her Pikachu mug right now. Oh.
Pikachu mug. That sounds awesome. What's up, Echo Strat? Welcome on it. TMNT Turtles in Time? Is that like a thing that's coming out soon or something?
No, it's an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Built, made by Konami, if I remember correctly. It's like an arcade style game.
I like doing builds kind of tying into current ongoings. So if TMNT comes out with something, then I would probably be excited to do a build for it. But until such time,
get in on that hype.
I will just keep going with what I got right now. With the bricks and the whatnot.
So what did you think of this Tram build, Brian?
I like it. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought.
It looks like it's going to be pretty sizable, yeah.
Yeah. It has like the bend in the middle, so that's pretty cool. And it really shows you like, you know, how much a Lego train would be if it didn't have the motorized parts to it. So like it was included in this $200 set, but a lot of the time it's a $200 set on its own. So
yeah.
Does
Jeff says, oh God. Jeff says he's AFK writing in his diary about how Nick made him cry again.
Jeff's always writing in his diary.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, Jeff. Maybe if I get some Ninja Turtle figs, maybe I'll whip something together for you, and I'll make a video.
There you go. Vision's got you covered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me?
I excel in Kevin says I excel in producing artwork from hit 90s films like the Super Mario movie. For some reason, it's not working. I wonder why, Kevin. I wonder why. Totally not, doesn't have to deal with how unpopular that movie is. Can't,
Your Bob Hoskins sticker is not selling like hotcakes. I couldn't have figured that one, Kevin. Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah.
He will have some stickers that'll be some hot coming soon, though.
I saw that. I've been watching as those have been unveiled.
Oh no, Josh.
I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think it's something else. He got to see it on his stream yesterday. He didn't show the chat, so I don't know what it is. No one knows what it is except Kevin and him. It's a good old secret. It's a good old secret. Definitely. Kevin, when you get some time, just send me a message. I mean, I think I
Vision, you won't care. It's not. It's.
I won't. I won't care. I mean, we won't know until I see it. Maybe I will.
I don't think you will.
Oh man. Oh man. All right.
This one minifigure has a Bluetooth. Is that right, Brian?
Yes, there's a little Bluetooth headset that she's wearing. It's pretty cool.
First, I thought it was her ear, and I was like, something's going on there.
It's like Lego figures don't have ears.
I'm having a lot of unusual reactions to the minifigure faces in this build.
Yeah.
I will consult Vision when I work on my 80s wave, which is planned. There you go. That's exactly what you need to do. Just message me as soon as that starts, and I will be in very close contact with you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love these Lego bikes. Ever since they first introduced the bike, it's always been such a cool piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good that it can stand on its own too, and be rideable.
What are your guys' takes on Lego World Builder?
What is that?
So it's a thing that was announced recently from this company called, I think, Tongle or something like that. And basically they're working with Lego to have fans basically submit ideas. It's not like Lego ideas, it's very different. In some like kind of cases it's different. But basically fans are submitting their ideas, unique ideas on like sort of storylines and characters that Lego could use potentially and possibly have as like a full-on theme or some sort of show, Lego show or something like that. So basically that's what it is. So for example, when you think of like themes that's like original, like Ninjago or City or Lego Elves, like stuff like that is basically what people will be submitting, not the license stuff like how you do on ideas. And if it gets enough attention and enough support, then it will kind of go and get the attention of Lego to kind of consider it and see if it's doable and if they like the idea.
It does come across as a little bit sketchy. Basically, they just want to like get your like next $1 million theme idea without actually paying someone to come up with ideas.
So from there's a guy who apparently beta tested it and he got paid for his idea, but that's cool and everything. But it also feels like, hey, don't Lego have people that they have hired to do that stuff? ? So
yeah. I mean, I definitely understand that part, but I feel like also I think there may be like some factor where it's like trying to see what the fans would like to see too, I guess.
Yeah.
As like an original license. Because I know like when I used to build, there were certain ideas that I used to kind of come up with. Is it something that I would participate in? Probably not, because I'm way too busy to do that type of stuff anyhow. But it is an interesting idea. I'm not sure how long it will last and if it will cause us to have any new IPs, like unique IPs from Lego in the future, but we'll see. Strug, it would be need just to submit an idea as those sets happen. All right, let me see.
Because at least with Lego Ideas, if they make your idea into a set, you not only get a cut of it, but then it gets the official Lego treatment in terms of a box with packaging, and it's on a retail shelf, and it's a custom. It's a kit that was then taken by a Lego master builder or model builder rather, and made into an official thing. But with this, it's like, all right, you just come up with a little bit of an idea, they take it, and then it's done. You know, like it just doesn't have the same appeal in terms of the person creating the idea than it does with Lego Ideas.
Right, yes.
Kevin says David Pagano and Dave Pickett have some very interesting thoughts on the Tongle thing, both of which have worked under freelance contracts with Lego.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, they probably have a good perspective, because when you work with a company like that, there's all sorts of contracts and all sorts of whatever. And yeah, all the stipulations.
Finally got Mike in the chat here.
Jeez, there he is.
Yeah, there we go.
Finally. Hello, Mike.
So does Boston have a good public transportation system? This question is inspired by me building the tram.
They do. A lot of people give it a lot of heat, but also it works as well as it, I guess, is expected to work.
Yeah.
You know, public transportation is what it is to begin with. But yeah, it works pretty well. It goes fairly far for what it is compared to other places as well. But I don't use the T very often, so I don't really know firsthand the adversities that people who commute daily into the city have. So
I feel like that's like just a part of living in a city, is you've got to hate on the public transportation system.
Yeah, right. It's always late. It's always broken down. It's so expensive. One time, Melissa had to get off on the Green Line D train because it caught on fire. That doesn't sound incorrect. That sounds about on brand, actually. But, you know, it's to be expected. Train's on fire, like whatever.
Did Dreas ever tell the story in his many storytelling sessions about the press conference for the New York City subway that we stumbled across when we were there, and how he tried to get interviewed?
No.
So there was this big, the head of the New York transportation, all these high up people were doing this big press conference in one of the big subway stations about changes that were coming and stuff. And there were all these news stations there. And then they were interviewing people afterwards who were just kind of man on the street type of things. And so Andreas kept walking by the reporter and the cameraman, trying to get them to stop him so that he could give his perspective as a German on the New York City subway and what he thought of it. And they never asked him to do anything.
It's amazing.
He was very disappointed.
Hey, I would have interviewed him.
It would have been a very good interview. They don't know what they missed out on.
Can someone explain how schools think I can work from home and help with online school for my kiddo at the same time? Welcome to, I think, everybody else's issue who has kids as well, Mike. It's the same unfortunate situation.
How has Kevin been handling that well?
I don't think it started. Not yet for him. I think another week.
Oh, gotcha.
Bostonians are like, yeah, whatever, and just get off the train safely if the train catches on fire. Yeah. That typically happens. I took public transportation as the school bus when I was in middle school because we didn't have school buses. And I remember getting into a pencil war on the bus and the bus driver kicking everyone off the bus. Literally would like snap pencils in half and whip them across the bus. And we'd have to take cover behind the glass and like hide with our backpacks so we wouldn't get stabbed in the eye. It was awesome.
That sounds lovely.
It builds a lot of character. It really does.
Sure does.
Connecticut schools start up 1 week from today. My son is going to the hybrid model, 2 days at school, 3 days at home. Better than all or nothing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I know there are a lot of schools doing that style. Alyssa never participated in those shenanigans, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, where I grew up, it was eat or be eaten.
You had to defend yourself with your pencils.
Yeah, you kind of had to.
I'm on the final bunch of parts here, so almost done.
Cool.
YouTube should allow you to take photos.
Sorry for the noise, guys.
The chat.
Say it again, Nick.
Is that making a lot of noise?
No.
Not really.
Cool.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's motorized.
There you go.
Ooh.
Let me get that on camera.
Yeah.
Built a little add-on so that this could all run on a motor. It's a little quick. I'm probably going to do a bit more gearing, but it's a start. It's a start. Again, this isn't going to fit on camera really either. But,
Okay.
get it as far as we can. And
There you go.
Ooh.
it almost runs smoother than it does when I do it with my hands.
Nice.
Did you consider using a worm drive piece to slow it down a bit?
Oh, that's a good idea. I did not. I didn't think of that. So yeah, that'll probably be the play. Good. Oh, Kurt.
Yeah, because
Cool.
I remember doing that a while back. I made
But yeah,
it like
I think it's pretty cool, guys. It's gonna impress some folks.
Yeah.
Internet's gonna be excited.
How long is the turnaround time from submitting something to ideas to them implementing it?
You know, I mean, my ideas project got approved in like 2 or 3 days. I don't know how long an update will take to get approved, though. I also need to do a video for this, so I'm very quick at those.
There you go. So that's today's project.
But
Shoot, I didn't want to open that up.
how can I incorporate the word gear, though? I don't know if I want to do this.
Motorization always makes things even better. Well, yeah, it does. It does. You can just sit back and watch it in action.
The chance of a build doing well on YouTube goes up considerably if it's motorized and has some cool functions.
That is
Especially
really
like those builds where people like make motorized vending machines, like the sort of things like Astonishing Studio does, and all that stuff. Like those videos do extremely well. I used to watch a lot of those before I started my channel. And, like, got super inspired.
Did you say motorized in the title?
Um,
Does it specifically need to say motorized in the title?
Generally, yes, that helps a lot.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
That is duly noted.
Because you can't really convey movement from the thumbnail very easily.
Exactly.
So if you say motorized, it definitely helps.
Unless you put like a giant red arrow on there and you circle something like every other YouTube thumbnail.
Oh man. What is it?
There are a couple of Australian builders that do really impressive like vending machine type builds, anything like that actually moves with Lego.
That's awesome. All that kind of stuff is definitely great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I forget the names of their channels now off the top of my head, but we met them when we were at Brickvention in Australia last year.
Nick, do you work a lot with motorized builds in any way?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I did one in March for the Lego Master stuff. The it's right here. The Ferris wheel, which is just behind me here. And man, what was the time before that? I don't even know. I rarely do it though. Rarely do it.
It certainly adds a lot of complications, but it also can make things a lot cooler. So it just depends on how much like babysitting of the build you want to have to do.
Yeah. I think if I can slow this down a little bit, this would be something I'd feel pretty comfortable with just like letting sit and run for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Lego motors, without making any adjustments, they always go super, super fast.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do more Lego mechanic type stuff. Are there any like definitive go-to YouTube channels for people that want to learn more about those specific building styles?
Mojang is one that comes to the top of my head. I don't know how many tutorials he does though. Who's the guy who wrote the book though? There's a book about Lego mechanical stuff. That's really.
I think there's been several, but yeah, Serial has
Serial. That's his name. Serial's work. Yeah.
So he does a lot of mocks, and you could definitely learn a lot by watching his channel.
Yep. I think that's the one I was thinking of.
And I know, he's written some book. Yeah, when we had him on the quarantine cast, he was talking about like different editions of the book.
It's not Mojang. It's similar though. I can't remember.
Mojang is the Minecraft developer. Not that you would know, Nick, because you haven't played Minecraft.
Never. Thanks so much, Samad. Appreciate it. Name a book. I have it here, so let me just grab it. Yeah, it is by Serial. I think there's a volume 2 of this now. The unofficial Lego Technic Builder's Guide, though. I have made reference to this on quite a many occasions, so definitely a good grab if you're looking to get a little more technical.
Pun intended.
I don't know, Brian. As I've been sitting here building, you think you can do all? So the Harry Potter sets outside of Diagon Alley. What else is there?
All of the most recent wave of things.
The whole way. Wow, that's going to be a challenge. I will be very impressed if you can finish all that in the 24-hour live stream.
So if this took me, well, I built that brickhead too. So let's say it took, what have we been going for? 3 hours? Oh.
3 hours, 17 minutes, 49.
So if this was like 1,500, 1,600 pieces, multiply 3 hours times 4, at least, and then me taking a break, me being lazy, me being tired,
me being busy talking.
Yes. Ooh.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's not it's done.
I might be able to do like one set and the Diagon Alley.
You should definitely focus on the Diagon Alley and you get that done.
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
I was actually looking last night on Bricklink in my late night endeavors. Like if I got a classic Harry Potter set and built that first as like the warm up, like a really old one.
That'd be cool.
They're all really expensive though. Like super expensive. Some of them not as much, but like one of the ones I had as a kid was the Sirius Black Escape from Prisoner of Azkaban. It has Buckbeak, Sirius, a Dementor, and Harry. And used, it starts at 90, and it's like a 200-piece set. I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
All right. Cool.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Friends, unfortunately, I need to take off. I would love to continue to hang out while you guys get your building done.
Sure.
I'm going to run.
It's okay. I'm very close to done, so it's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
It was so much fun hanging out with you today. Thanks so much for having me. As always good chats, some laughs. And I'm so glad I got some building done today too. So it's a big win.
Yep.
Totally. We'll see you later, man.
Sounds good, guys. Take care and happy building out there, friends. Ciao.
See you, Nick.
And to replace him, I think we have a sighting of Mike. Hello, Mike.
Boy. There we go.
Hey, he's alive.
Oh my god. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Well, long time no see.
That's right.
Oh boy. I have a kind of like a break, so I figured like I would just jump and hang out with you for a few moments.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I'm glad you can make it. It's been a while. You supposedly have
I know, it's
whatever.
like my schedule on Tuesday it was great in the beginning and then it was just blah. Everything just happened.
So any good
Gasp, Mike actually shows up. Thanks, Golden Light Pictures. Appreciate it.
Brick and Nick transformed.
Brick and Nick. I think I replaced his camera position actually. It's funny. The main reason I joined is to flex.
Uh-oh.
That's the only reason I joined. Is
what do
to
you got?
flex.
Wow.
Ooh.
Do you really? Wow. Look at this.
Okay, flex is over.
Jeez. Hold on. Let me get a close up of that box real quick. Let me see what it looks like.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
I just want to look at it, you know?
Oh, you. Am I flexing enough, Brian? Am I?
Yeah, there you go. Mine's on the way. It's
Great
in the
flex. I know.
Now, does it say Razor Crest on it or Mandalorian Transport trademark?
It says Razor Crest actually. So funny enough, the story is that I had this pre-ordered from Lego.com, and I think I used PayPal as my payment method, but it expired because I ordered back in May. Ooh. And I had to call customer service yesterday to see what's up with my order because it was saying call customer service. They not only figured out and like I'm having a second one in the mail, just like whatever. But I picked this one up in the Lego store, and the guy at the customer service told me that in the US you won't have the name change on the boxes, even though it says online there's this Mandalorian bounty hunter transport ship, whatever it's called. In other, I think mostly in Europe, but in the US the Razor Crest boxes are staying. So that's kind of cool to know. Yeah,
good to know.
Probably gonna build this today on a stream or something. We'll see.
But I think I'm gonna have your stream, sir.
What's up?
Where can people find your stream?
Oh, right here, the Cool Factor, right here.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming. Probably tonight.
Be in the chat.
Thanks, Brick Star Wars Boy. Appreciate it.
I just finished the build here, so
okay, nice,
complete. You can't really see.
I feel anxious. I'm full screen still. Can I? Hey, production. Thank you, Alex.
Here we go. Here's the tram.
Johnny in the back is like, let's keep him full screen for one more second.
There's the helicopter. This little stage is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, how's that set going? I kind of like it.
Yeah, so I just finished the whole thing. There's the stage. Here's the town center, town square with the cool statue. I like that. The limo comes off. You've got like a screen in there. This is one of the craziest Lego vehicles ever made. Utility vehicle. The diner with the spinny burger play feature. And then the big part is this here, which is going to be hard to show.
Wow.
This looks like the old modular with the fire station.
Yeah, a little bit.
Has those vibes to it.
It's reminiscent of that for sure. So that's it. And then you get a ton of minifigures. I put this extra sword in the little kid's hand because I thought that was cool. My favorite corncob mare.
That's Joshua.
Are we getting some sort of like a corn cob festival in the city or something?
No, it's I saw somebody commented earlier because it's based on the animated show, and apparently the mayor wears the corncob suit to like get votes in the show.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to get this to focus.
Put your hand behind it so it captures like a bigger area.
You can see the like sash she has.
There you go.
He's got the #1 mayor sash. Yeah, this is a lot of different like small individual play areas.
I really like the stage. That's my favorite part. I think there needs to be like, full on Lego stage at some point for like a set or something.
I think there was a similar set not that long ago, right? With that city square.
There have been 3 or 4 at least that are just kind of like conglomerate of different sets. So there's the city square, which is the biggest city set of all time, the main square, which is this one. Then there was the one with the museum, which is the capital city, also very similar idea. So there have been several that are just like 5 or 6 different kind of buildings or scenes, basically.
And I believe this is available starting today, so you can pick it up at your Lego store or online or select retailers.
And we've got the classic Lego Bandit with the chain to pull the ATM out of the wall.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, there is a big Lego drop today. I've been to pick up the Razor Crest, and they do have the Diagon Alley. I don't think I spotted the square. Maybe I wasn't just gazing up on the Lego City, but there is a ton of new stuff today.
Been a lot of good sets in the last couple months.
Yeah, I had a line of people just buying Diagon Alley.
Totally.
Samuel is asking, did any of you build the Nintendo NES? Brian did.
That would be
There
me.
you go.
Video is live on the Beyond the Brick channel right now.
Video is out there.
I was eyeing this one today. I was like, not today, later on. It's such a good set, though.
What have you built recently, Mike? Anything?
I built the Mario that kind of showed up on my doorstep partially thanks to you guys, I think.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
With everyone on what we're supposed to be doing with that stuff, so we'll figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, so that was the Bowser's Castle. Actually, I have parts of it here. There you go. The rest of it is right now in the bin because my kids played with it, so it's pretty much disassembled at this point. But yeah, Mario was pretty fun. Actually, thanks to Brian, a lot of that hype he built on me turned out to be true. Like I wasn't expecting that much fun from Mario, and I had a lot of fun, and my kids had a blast with it. So I guess that theme works as it's supposed to, for sure.
That's exactly right. That's what Brian was trying to tell everybody.
He did a fantastic job, by the way, like, hyping this up.
Well, so let's see, Brian. You got through everything except the town hall building, right?
Yes. So I have the stage, the hamburger hut, the middle square, and yeah, instead of working on that a little bit, I decided to go with the Frankenstein's monster for that brickhead build. So that's here, and then I'll probably build. Well, we might do the art stuff next time, and then we'll do other stuff, down the line as well.
Yes, if all goes as planned, next week we should have some of the Lego designers from the art line joining us, and we'll be doing some of those builds. Brian might be tackling a custom creation with that.
Shh, don't spoil anything.
No, I'm not going to say anything more than that. You've got to come back and see what Brian has to offer.
There we go.
Awesome stuff. Well, I think this is about going to wrap it up for us. I'm glad you could stop in for a minute, Mike, at least. It's good to see you.
Just wanted to say hi. Like, it's been a while, and I missed you guys a lot. I think it's the first Tuesday I can find like 30 minutes of time on that time of the day in California when I actually can join and talk a bit. So glad that I was able to. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's always good to chat. You're always welcome in the stream whenever you've got time over there. But, it's good to keep up with your personal responsibilities as well.
Yes, that is. Especially when the school started at home. It's going to be a tough ride, for sure.
Yes. Hang in there. You can do it.
I got it. I got this.
So that will finish it up for us today. Thanks for everyone who stopped by in the chat and was talking with us. Thanks to Vision, Matt, or Mike, and Brian, and everyone else who stopped by. Nick for showing off the Fall Guys. Go over and support Nick's project on.
Oh yes, do that.
Ideas. Make sure you check that out if you're a fan of the game. If you're a fan of Nick's build, definitely support that over on Lego Ideas. And I think we'll see everyone soon then. Bye.